Like everything has a stereotype.
Because if
when it comes to nationalities, when it comes
if you're
to
looking
race.
at a white woman, mountain, black woman, tree, says
that's not a good association.
What?
Flag on the plate.
Yeah. Okay, black people, watermelon, fried chicken.
But what if I said that to like a black person? Like, you look like you eat watermelon. Like that just.
You look like an
Somebody
idiot.
might steal on you,
Yeah,
bro.
But I'll be like, it's a stereotype. I'm just saying, it's a refreshing fruit. I think we need more like conscious gangsta music, like music that can kind of play both realms, where it's like you're saying something intellectual and lyrical, but it's also like relatable to those who want that street hip hop sound.
Kendrick Lamar.
Art of War.
Yeah.
Yo, Five needs to stop playing with that.
Bro, Ye cannot sleep because of this man.
Hanzo, bro. Yeah.
Bamba wallahi.
Well, it's he disses people in the song.
Bamba wallahi.
Bamba wallahi.
You sound like a half Jamaican, half Somali.
Bamba wallahi.
Like, which one am I gonna pick today?
Saying all that shit when the URLs were going on, KOTD, all these different places, freaking Nas and Jay, nobody was like, you can't say this in a battle. Us Canadians come out the blue and it's like, no, this can't. Shut the f up. You're making us look crazy.
We love hip hop.
I'm a little tired.
Got headphones? The only problem is with Sunday recordings.
Now you gotta go to work.
Yeah, you gotta.
I gotta edit quick.
You gotta get to work.
Yeah. Let me make sure the sound effects and everything is sounding good. That's
I need to relax. Let's relax.
We are here. Looking crisp on the cam. All right. Have you guys seen the new Pop the Balloon?
Which one? With who?
The Netflix one.
I've heard about it. I heard they live stream every week.
Yes. So it's called Pop the Balloon Live.
Yeah.
They got some woman named I forget her name now, man. But it's not the same girl who does Arlette, who does the hosting of the Pop the Balloon, the most popular one. Because remember, there's like
There's so many now.
There's a bunch of ratchet ones, right?
Yeah.
But the girl Arlette and her husband, who originally have the best looking one, they're executive producers on this new one.
Yeah.
But she's not the host. But they got some next chick. Let me see if I can
Let's see.
I can find anything off of this. Pop the Balloon.
I wonder if they sold the rights or if they own the rights to that video concept.
Who is the first person to do a Pop the Balloon?
Yeah, are they the original?
I don't think that they're the originators,
No.
but I think that what happened with them is that they did it the best. You know what I'm saying? Look at all these reviews though. Pop the Balloon was horrible. Pop the Balloon gentrified. Like people hated it. Like as far as the internet, you know what I'm saying? Here's a trailer.
The only live dating show where singles test their chemistry and compete for a first date. Only one thing is certain: when their balloon pops, so does their chance at love. Tough crowd.
Tough crowd.
I'm Yvonne Orji, and this is Pop the
Yvonne Orji.
Oh,
Great name.
I know, right?
Great name.
Tune in. I mean, we'll be there. Where will you be? Because it's live. That's how life works.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I'm not mad at that trailer. It looked like good quality.
Yeah.
I
How's
don't
it
know.
gentrified though?
Well, because a lot of people are saying the original Pop the Balloon or the one that Arlette and them do is all black people.
It's always all black people. I don't think
Yes.
I've ever seen a white person on it.
Right? So now like they have a bunch of different people on there.
Which is good.
I'm not mad at it, but the purists who really watch this shit, they're mad, bro.
That's why I'm asking you. Who originated the first Pop the Balloon?
And also with the Arlette and her husband, they're African, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of the contestants, they're not only black people, they're African people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that right there, because they mixed it up so much, might have taken away from the essence. As far as the people say. I haven't gotten a chance to watch the full episode.
Yeah.
Right? Shorty watched the episode. She said it was trash.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, I don't know, man.
I think it makes sense, though, if you're Netflix and you're trying to universalize your content, you're going to include as many different ethnicities to attract viewers. So it's like if you include some white people, some Asians, some South Asians or whatever, like people will tune in as opposed to like, oh, well, I don't want to watch this because it's only one type of person.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. And their demo that's been watching, I'm sure they're trying to hit all of the demos who actually watch the YouTubes too.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah.
It's not only black people who watch it.
No.
Yeah.
Yo, imagine there was an all-white Pop the Balloon. Doesn't that just sound wrong?
You know what? No. Because of preference.
But like the optics are different than like an all-black Pop the Balloon. Like an all-white Pop the Balloon being like, we're just here to foster white love is different than we're just here to foster black love.
Yeah,
you know? Like, for some reason.
But I noticed with like the black Pop the Balloons, you'll get a character out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody out of that episode or whatever will be like, you know, someone like who goes viral the next day.
Aaron the plumber.
Aaron the plumber.
Aaron the
exactly,
plumber.
like Aaron the plumber, right?
Yeah.
So like I haven't really seen it with white people yet because like they don't go viral for those type of ratchet shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a person, as soon as a person can come in walking like upside down, the person's like pop, 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 pop. You know what I mean? Like you're not even giving them a chance. They're like, I didn't even get a chance to speak yet. Like, you know, so that I wouldn't have mind seeing it all like an all black cast if it was on Netflix. I think that's what like honestly people would tune into to see what this sister is gonna say to this brother who walks in.
How do they speak to one another?
Yeah, very interesting.
Look at the interactions. Did you notice that?
Yeah, but you see the thing is, it's like a touchy thing, right? Like you want to have an all black cast, right, to keep it pure from the way that the original is. But at the same time, you got all these people. It's Netflix, it's commercial television. You know what I'm saying? So the amount of people who are watching that might get alienated. Like, I don't know,
well, you could throw in a more urban white person. Then let's just say one that can come to the cookout. You know what I mean?
Like a DJ czar.
Like a DJ czar.
Yeah.
He's invited to the cookout.
Respect.
So once that happens, like I'm still gonna, if I'm a Caucasian man, I may still tune in because I may be like, yo, let me see what kind of girls they got on this, right?
Yeah.
Yo, I thought
no matter what kind of girl, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No matter what kind of girl, you're still gonna be as a man, like being like, yo, black, white, Indian, Chinese, purple. Let me see who gets the balloon popped, you know?
Yeah.
So, but I'm just telling you, black entertainment is a little bit more grasping. Like I'm gonna like grasp to it a little bit more because it's just like it's
a little better.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
But what I will say is, as a solution, what if they had dedicated episodes per ethnicity? So it's like, this is like an all black episode. The next one's like all white. The next one's all Indian, all Asian.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. I think that would maybe be a little too spicy for Netflix, considering that they're big on like DEI and like inclusion and stuff. So it might be controversial, but that'd be entertaining for us.
There was something that came out of this, and there's one guy, Johnny Bananas. He's part of the MTV universe because they had reality TV stars that were part of the cast too, right? Yeah. He said some wild shit from what I'm hearing on this. So I'll play it.
Did I give myself the best opportunity to make it work by what? Coming out with my plan?
All right.
Yeah,
All right,
I think I did.
Johnny, I'm gonna ask you one last question.
Leave a plan
I'll send you on your way. Who on the stage would have been your type? Like for real, for real.
I mean, we're gonna start with the toes. Let's see.
Oh, thank
She's
God.
got really pretty toes.
Oh, me?
You've got really pretty toes. You look like you sleep from a tree upside down.
Me? These toes gonna help you build.
Whoa, but she is kind of shaped kind of funny, though.
No, don't do it.
Not shaped like what he just described. Like, what does that even look like? Holy. How was that like? I'm trying to figure out a way where it was like, oh no, I meant it like this, but like that is a direct like reference to some historical traumas.
We need the Drewski mean. What do you mean by?
What do you mean by that?
I know.
What else
But
could
she
you mean
kind
by
of
that?
shaped like Drewski, though. You know what I mean? I think I know what he kind of meant. Like,
I don't know what he meant.
I want you to tell us what you think.
What did he mean?
Okay, listen. Her toenails were looking good.
Okay.
So when he was like, yo, you look like you sleep upside down, like her feet on the branch, and she's like upside down like this. Like a bat.
Like a bat.
Like a bat, for instance, upside down, right? But then I'm looking at her shape, and I'm like, she kind of shaped like Drewski.
Bro, black, hanging upside down, tree, does not go with that, does not mix in a
Not
sentence,
a good joke.
man.
You know what?
Read the room.
I hear you, but I can see where like he kind of meant what he meant. I'm not looking at it like it was racist at that point in time. I wasn't. I wasn't looking at it like it was racist.
That's not the first thing that came to your mind.
That's crazy.
Not
Let
really.
me replay it for you. Let me
Not
replay
really.
it for you because I don't know.
Not
if
really,
you got
dog.
it. I don't know if you.
No. I heard it, bro.
You've got really pretty toes. You look like you sleep from a tree upside down.
It sounds worse the second time out.
Upside down. You
sound like you sleep from a tree upside down.
Yeah, but you never. But you didn't hang niggas upside down, dog.
I know.
You don't hang black people upside down, dog. Let's just be real. I didn't see it like that because if I was imagining anything, I didn't see a black person. If you're gonna see anything, you're seeing them by their neck, hanging. You know what I'm saying?
Johnny Bananas, you got one supporter.
I don't support what Johnny Bananas is like. He's cool, right? But I'm just saying, like, I understood it. Like, he wasn't trying to diss in a black way, bro. I don't think he was trying to insult black people or that black lady. Like
I don't
that.
think he would do that on national
Yeah,
TV. But
it's her shape, bro.
Nah, it's
Look
the word
at her.
tree. It's the if he's just like you look like you sleep upside down, it'd be like whatever.
Okay, cool.
But like from a tree, like who does that? Like,
Nah, she just looks very manly. Like her shape. Look at her shape. Go rewind it.
but
Rewind it.
I need to
he
know.
said you look like you sleep upside down
From a tree.
from a tree.
Is this one
You
of
don't
those
look like you're hanging from a tree.
Is this
If
one
he
of
said
those
you're
white
hanging from-
phrases?
if he said you're hanging from a tree, a little different. That's monkey shit. That's monkey shit. If he said you hanging from a tree, or if he said he's like, yo, you're on some slave shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he said you look like you sleep upside down on a tree, like you're a bat. She looked very much so like honestly, like she's very like she's shaped like Drewski. Look at her shoulders. Then look at her legs.
I understand her shape is being brought into question.
Beastie. Like you sleep upside down, bitch.
Yo, there has to be like
I'm just watching the comments like
Dusty.
all the bonnets in the comments are like what
goddamn.
the hell?
No, but I'm being real. I'm being real. They could jump on me all they want, but I didn't see it like that. That not everything black people have to take as a flipping like racist. Oh,
I'm gonna Google this because I feel like you know how there's Urban Dictionary.
yeah, Google it.
This
bro.
is one of those moments, but for white phrases,
Google
like
it.
what
Don't
is it?
hide. Don't hide. Stand on it.
I'm laugh ventilating. You know when you're hyperventilating?
Yeah.
I'm laugh ventilating.
He's like, no, see, no, God.
Okay, listen.
You go get
Yo, I don't care. That's just how I feel.
Yo,
She
okay.
was shaped kind of bad, bro.
This is according to Google AI, all right? The phrase "you look like you sleep upside down from a tree" is a playful observation about someone's unusual posture or appearance, often implying that their feet are hanging over or their legs are angled in an odd way. It's a humorous way of saying they're dressed in a way that makes them look like they're hanging from a tree.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Back.
But whose feet usually be hanging over a little bit too much? Kind of like primately?
Like a bigger sized woman or in a bed.
Like what kind of like
Their feet are hanging over or their legs are angled in an odd way.
I don't know. Feet
Look at her
hanging over.
posture.
Like her stance?
I just gotta be honest with y'all. Feet hanging over sounds like monkey shit to me, bro.
No.
Like,
No. This is an oddly shaped woman. Now, imagine laying beside her in a hotel room bed and your legs just nicely on the bed.
yeah.
Hers are hanging over. You get what I'm saying?
Because she has long legs.
Like, look at her. Rewind it, dog. Why are you so scared to rewind it? Rewind it, dog. Look at her. Look at her compared to all the rest of these women out there. Look at that one in the black over there in the dress. Ooh, damn. Look at the one beside her with the Becky right there. Look like she go to the gym every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, put it in the squats.
Look at her now. She look like Martha.
She
looking like Martha.
It's the distance between the thighs and the stance that
bro.
I feel like is awkward. But would it have been weird if, for example, Dusty, if Dusty as a black man said, "You look like you sleep upside down from a tree" to this girl, it wouldn't be interpreted in the racial light.
I'd be dissing her. It would be more like I'm dissing her. Now I'm cutting up this black woman, right? Like they'll probably say I don't appreciate this black woman.
So you don't think that if you said it, that people wouldn't take it in a racial way too? Because black people say racist shit towards each other.
Yeah, exactly. But it seems like we don't appreciate them when we do that. That's why I was saying, no, I'm in a black sense, I'd be like, yo, she's shaped bad. That's what I mean. When I heard her when I see him, what he was saying, I was like, oh yeah, because I'm looking at her, I'm like, she kind of shaped bad compared to the other women.
I'll say this. It got clipped and it got put on Twitter because people took it in a different way.
But look what they did. That's for me to watch the show too. How do we know she didn't come out there and she was on some black girl shit and was dissing him when he was there? That's why he popped the balloon on her ass. How do you know?
Yeah, but then you're going to respond and tell her that you look like you should be hanging out.
Yeah, she probably called him. She probably said he had small dick energy.
Like
something.
Really and truly, like if she had brothers and they were on set, they should have stole on him running as soon as he went back.
They know that too. Their sister's badly shaped.
I'm just saying, bro.
If that would be the case.
You say, because it's like, if they're taking it in a racial way, then it's like all the black people should be offended on the panel and in the back.
I hear you, bro, but they know she's badly shaped because look at the other black women on the panel right now. They're not badly shaped like her, bro. They're nicely shaped, bro. That's a oddly shaped. She has a little bit of, you know what I mean? Like she
got linebacker shoulders.
Yeah, dog. She played point power forward, man, for the varsity team, dog. You know what I mean?
Big back brigade.
Yeah, dog. Like she a little different, man. She taller than all the girls. Look at the look.
Okay, let's start the podcast before we dig ourselves a dig.
Look, bro.
Comment down below whether you think that was racist.
That wasn't racist, bro.
So Dusty's saying no. Friday's saying yeah.
No, bro.
Oh man, what do I think?
All I'm hearing when I'm
if he said black,
all I'm hearing when Dusty's doing this is
oh shit.
Dig a hole, bury yourself.
Nah, B. I'm gonna stand on it, bro. I'm standing on it, bro. I'm standing on it. I've got
dig a hole.
No. You're gonna see. People are gonna be like, yo, Dusty's right. She's oddly shaped.
What I will say is that if it was racist, Dusty would say something. He'd be like, yo, that's some cracker shit. Why is he saying that?
Talking to my black woman like that. But if I see a
flag on a play, yes.
Yeah, bro. But if I see an oddly shaped black woman that, yo, you shaped like your father, bro, I'm going to say something.
Okay, last thing, because I know this is not a Pop the Balloon thing.
Yeah.
Not the Pop the Balloon podcast.
Yeah.
If she was a white woman, do you think he would have, and she had the same shape, all right?
Yeah.
Would he have said, you look like you need to be hanging up like upside down from a tree?
Or like hanging off of a mountain cliff or some shit. Like
No, tree. Let's stay on the tree.
I hope so.
I really hope so. Johnny Bananas, if it was some white milk over there,
he would have said something worse.
You better say that she was hanging. No, I want the tree. I need the tree included.
I think he would have said something different, but along the same lines. He would have been like, you look like you won first place at the pie eating contest.
Okay, so then if he has to say something different, then it's racist.
Yeah, but everything has a racist point. Like everything has a stereotype.
Because if
when it comes to nationalities,
if you're looking at a white woman, mountain, black woman, tree, racism.
That's not a good association.
What?
Flag on the play.
Yeah, white woman, mountain/cave.
Yeah.
Black woman, tree.
But you used it.
Not a good equivalency.
You used it.
That's what I'm saying.
You used it.
If Johnny Bananas can't stand on, yo, you white woman over here with the big back, you need to be hanging upside down in the tree. If he's not using the same analogy on the white woman, then flag on the plate. Race.
Well, you got to give him a chance. Let him do another one.
Or what did it? Race card. Pulling out the race card.
Yeah. You got a yellow card. Stop.
Race card.
Yeah. But I didn't think it was really too racist.
Yeah. We'll put a yellow race card for now, not a red one.
Not a red
one.
The
red one is the complete flag on the plate.
It came out wrong for him because of how she's shaped.
Okay, last thing. If we were pulling out cards, you had the yellow card?
Yeah, dog.
What card you got?
I'm gonna go yellow because I don't think it was like an overt, intentional, malicious, like racial comment. I think it just sounds really bad. How about you? You're saying red card or yellow?
Don't worry, I got you. And for my FBAs down there and down south, red card on the play, man. It's racist.
No, not everything's racist. Let's switch it. Let's say that was Andrew Schultz right now, and he said that. Andrew Schultz.
You get a little more grace because he's a comedian.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But what I've learned from these comedians is there's always something like a stereotype to race. So I'm not going to get mad at the stereotype like, okay, black people, watermelon. Fried chicken.
But what if I said that to like a black person? Like, you look like you eat watermelon. Like, that's just racist.
Well, you look like
Somebody
an idiot.
might steal on you,
Yeah,
bro.
But I'll be like, it's a stereotype. I'm just saying it's a refreshing fruit.
Like, that would be an idiotic thing to do at that moment.
Yes.
Like, you would look like you can't read a room. There's a whole bunch of black people here, and you're gonna be like, you look like you eat what?
Do you like watermelon as much as I like watermelon?
No, all you're gonna see, you'd see, before and after. And there'd be a before, you'd be good. After, you got lumps, bruises, we beat the donkey coins out of you. But it would be like, bro, why did you say that? That's not the time to say that, right?
Hence, why are you saying you look like you should be hanging upside down in a tree? Because
how many times have you watched them pop the balloon, and when you seen like the reaction to the preview, and I'm like, oh, I gotta see that. And then I seen what led up to it. I'm like, oh, that's why he was rude with this flipping girl. Because she came in there moving like her shit don't stink.
But okay,
you know what I'm saying? And she looked like,
I don't know. I'd have to see the episode.
You'd have to see the episode now.
She'd have to call him a Guido or something.
Yeah,
what
I don't know what she did.
What if she was like, you're too white for me?
Yes.
Is that racist? Technically, that is directly racist because you're talking about quote unquote race.
Yes, but.
Or he popped the balloon and she's like, I don't want your white ass anyways.
Can you combat racism with racism? Ooh.
Damn right you should.
Sound effect.
Damn right you should.
What else are you supposed to combat it with? No,
more racism.
Racism or violence? Choose one.
More racism.
Comedy.
Because if you're not racist,
and
then somebody's being racist towards you, and then you go racist back, then that makes you racist.
Fuck yeah. I'm gonna get down and dirty at that point.
But that's what I'm saying. That means it defeats the purpose of not being racist.
No.
So it's like, okay, for example, all right, let me break it down for you.
Yeah.
Because it works in one way with black people. It could be like, oh, listen, you cracker. It doesn't always work the other way around because it's like, yo, you have a friend, Czar, not racist.
No.
Right? Now, if somebody was like, yo, Czar, you white boy, you Turkish fuck, is you allowed to turn back and be like, you N-word?
Well, I hope he would be like, oh, suck your mama, boy, and turn all of a sudden Jamaican.
Yeah, but
I would hope.
But you can't respond back with racism.
But he can learn how to respond back with the same thing that you would know that would trigger my black ass.
With patois.
Patois.
Yes.
That you know you
understand me. You can't, but still I stand on, and you know this, you can't just come back and be like, well, you said something racist to me, so I'm going to say something. Well, it's going to be.
But you know what, bro? If I was standing in somewhere and I heard someone call him something, and then he's like, yo, go suck your black mom, bitch, I would be like, you know what, bro? You deserved it. Homie.
Your black mom?
Yeah, go suck your black mom, bro. Like
guy wants me to die.
No, I would have your back.
Fam,
be like,
those
bro,
are
you
fighting
said it
words.
to him first.
Fam, it's already, suck your mom's already fighting words.
It doesn't
now
matter.
I'm adding the fact that they have a black mother.
But my black ass comes up to you and just like downplays your race because I think I have a superior because I'm the tough black guy right now. F that. And if I'm standing in a room and I seen someone do that to you, you go, yo, suck your black mom under her piece of dark. And I would be like, whoa.
So I was like, I didn't know that was an option.
Now I'm disrespecting black women and you.
But hey, if you had to do it, you did it. I wouldn't look at you like that at that point, like this guy's a racist. I'd be like, no, he had to stand up for himself and he had to say what hurts because you got hurt. You actually got hurt. Is if you're not like that, imagine a black friend telling you all of a sudden just switched up on you. It was like, yo, you fucking white piece of shit. Bro.
I don't think I'd go race though. I
really
don't think I would.
You wouldn't say something back to him?
I
like,
would say
suck your mom's underneath, bro?
I would say like, yo, suck your mom or like F
your
you, whatever.
Mom.
But I would not be like, yo, shut your black ass up. Like, I
Why
wouldn't say
not?
that.
Why not,
It just
though,
doesn't,
bro?
I don't know.
I would respect you,
It
bro.
makes it seem like I have like harbor
I think I would
feelings.
respect it more.
Because Dusty, and maybe we're learning in real time, it's wrong. You can't respond racism with racism. You can still respond and call the person the most low, dirt down, dirty shit. But if you're not actually racist, you can't all of a sudden become racist.
Yeah, because
just in defense.
Yeah, I'm not actually racist. I just said that because I was pissed. Like,
How many times have we heard
that?
What, bro? You know what? I can't stand this shit.
No, because then that means you actually are racist.
Well, then I had to get down and dirty. So be it.
No, because if your response is to come back with something, that means you already were thinking that.
But bro, you called me at first. So if I'm in traffic and you're flipping, I have no right to be like, yo, flipping honky. I have no right to say it back.
I'm not saying that.
I'm not racist. I got white baby moms. I'm not racist, but I gotta say it back.
But honky and cracker are like weak racist insults.
Those never stuck in the
Okay,
whole
like
history.
white people don't get offended by those. I'm gonna be honest.
Cool. But I got other things to say. I could say other things that I don't want to say on the air right now.
Like what? Like you Edomite?
Even worse. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel like that's probably the one that could hurt the most.
And
worse.
Black people get more racism passes. Like we get to respond back with racism and not get called racist, or we get to be able to rationalize it. But like, so that's why I use Zara as an example.
Yeah,
because he can't just respond back and start calling people all kind of N-words, and then after we just go back to normal.
And then I go to like a video shoot where it's like all black people. It's like, yo, we saw what you said. I'm like, no, I was just pissed because you called me Turkish.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, you
like,
took the chance.
One doesn't work. Like we can call him back and be like, yo, you honky, or even Chinese word slurs and all types of stuff, right? And still be like, oh, come on, fam, you know I'm not racist. And people could believe us because we're black, we went through struggle, all these different things.
But we keep using that as an excuse.
But people will let us slide, right? Where a white person, they use the N-word in response just because they're pissed because you guys are in a heated argument. Somebody called a white person something racial, but then you responded and called them all kind of N-words. His reputation's ruined. Job fired. Friends gone.
I don't think so.
What?
No, people have lost their jobs for an N-word outburst on a drunken night.
And the thing is, the person on the other side could have called them all kind of racial slurs.
I hear you on that.
But the response now, they're only going to catch the white person's response. And I'm not saying, poor white people. I'm just saying, like, you can't respond racism with racism. It doesn't work for everybody.
I hear you, man. But it's just we're forever going to be able to be like, yo, I can call you whatever I want, but you can't call me nothing.
We shouldn't be calling each other anything based on race.
But I could call him anything I want. The minute he calls me the N-word, it's over. That's unfair, bro. Like, I'm just being real. It
is unfair.
That's unfair, bro.
It is.
That is because look, the minute that dude, Johnny Bananas, says, oh, you look like this and this.
He didn't even say the word monkey.
He didn't have to say the word monkey.
He went viral.
And he's racist now. Yeah. Oh, he said a racist comment. But really, to the black man that sees nicely shaped black women, and I seen out of all them black women, that one was badly shaped.
Yeah.
And I think he didn't know how to say it like that. That's how he would say it. That's how a white guy would say, man, your booty looks like it should be.
I feel like the reason
he'd be like, yo, that shit round and fat as he'd be like, man, that booty looks like I can't handle that.
Yeah.
But I feel like the reason we don't accept racism, I guess, from white people, but we'll accept it from other races, because like racism was more real to black people or to Chinese people or to like white people. You can be racist to white people, but just systemically, like through history, it hasn't been the same racial tension. You know what I'm saying? So it's more real for black people than it is for white people.
Yes, and not necessarily Chinese people get away with it neither. And I swear we'll start the podcast in a second.
Oh shit!
Right? Not necessarily Chinese people get away with it neither, because it depends on who they're being racist towards. Right? And I'm not saying, poor white people.
So you can pick and choose who you be racist to.
If a Chinese person is racist towards a white person, they're not going to get as mad at them. But if you see like how when they showed that clip of I Show Speed and the Chinese people were
that was disgusting, bro.
People were outraged, but that's how they. But
Speed is supposed to turn around and slap the shit out of him.
There's a billion of them.
Let's be real.
There's a billion
of them. Let's be real, dog. That me and you somewhere like that, I'd be like, hold him.
Yes, but if that Chinese person was being racist toward the white person, the outrage wouldn't be as much.
Bro, you think I Show Speed can slap a Chinese citizen on Chinese soil and not go to Chinese jail?
Yeah.
It's over, bro.
Yeah.
You think America's gonna help him? At that point, you're in Chinese prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think from like a comedic perspective, we should celebrate our differences, make fun of everyone equally, you know what I'm saying? And just like enjoy our differences and like point fun at it. I feel like once we take it seriously, people can get hurt. But if it's just like, yo, these Chinese people, yo, these Turkish people, they always be, it's just like, it's
eating off of sticks.
Hey, yo.
Right?
Hey, yo.
No more kebabs from me.
All right, we're starting the podcast. We're starting the podcast.
But it's like that's how swift you have to be. You know what I'm saying? You'll be like, yo, they eat off of sticks. Like he was just probably like, damn, you look like you hang out on a tree. You know what I'm saying? He didn't mean it.
I'm gonna have a racist moment right now, bro. How come Caribbean people always make everything gay, fam? I can't even eat certain foods around Caribbean, man. I can't say, yo, you guys down to eat?
Can I be real?
Consume, bro.
Consume. Watch what you say.
I have to. I feel like I have to code switch, or else, like, I don't know. Everything just sounds gay at that point. Like,
yeah, even that. What you say?
Like, do you guys not eat hot dogs? Like, there's so many foods you guys are missing out on.
You have to cut them up. You can't eat a glizzy.
You gotta cut
You gotta
corn. How about corn? Corn on the cob.
Nah, me eat corn soup.
You guys take individual pieces?
I eat corn soup.
You have to put it in a soup?
Yeah, I put it in a soup.
The homophobia forces different recipes. You know?
It just turn your gears. If you eat it like this, and just all of a sudden you become a Batman.
Eating off the cob?
Yeah, like all a banana.
Yo, take that out of your hand. Yo, hey,
never had butter slathered on a corn on the cob.
Yo, you can't say that around the man.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start the podcast.
We haven't started yet?
No.
Oh, shit.
We haven't intro the podcast.
We've been here for hours. Like, that's a good beef. They both had records that are classics. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. We'll start the podcast.
Yeah.
We'll do the intro. We're going to put a pin in that.
Mm.
We're going to get to it, though.
Okay.
We're going to get to it, though.
You understood where I was. I didn't want to give it away, though.
No, we're going to get to it because I know it's an old conversation.
Yeah.
We're going to get to it. Let me intro it and we'll get to it.
Yeah.
We are it's the world's most smoked out podcast. We love hip hop. I'm your host of the most toast Friday, Ricky Tread, aka Hip Hop Rick, aka I don't know, Sunday morning Rick, man. We feeling good this morning, man.
Different. It's like church.
Nice. I know, right? It's church.
Spiritual.
We back at it. Episode 566, B3 Studios. Let's get to our intros. Back at it. You know, fresh off the wedding block, you know what I'm saying? You know, he might have caught a bouquet or what are the thing that they throw off the leg? Corset or whatever.
Yeah, I know what
is.
you're talking
You know
about.
what
I forgot what it's called. Though.
Whatever that thing that they put around their leg, you might see him catching one of those with the groomsmen's and all of them. You know,
probably
what I mean?
not. Yeah.
But if not, you might see him on the street with that microphone asking the craziest questions. We got DJ Czar in the motherfucking building.
Yes, sir. DJ Czar, a.k.a. Burrow Sound, a.k.a. Young Shawarma, back at it like a crack addict.
Jeez.
You might see me here on Canada's #1 podcast as well.
Holy.
The Big Three. Big Three.
Yeah, little something.
Just #1, no big deal.
You know what I mean? And we got, all right, the hip hop thrill.
Oh, man.
Back at it. You know what I'm saying? You might see him at your local function, doing his thing, shaking hands, kissing babies. You know how it go.
Yeah.
The mayor of the 6.
Oh, shoot. Jeez. You're my president, eh? Watch out for the president.
With no tariffs.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Dusty Wallace in the motherfucking building. Let's go, man.
Gratitude.
All right. Salute to sponsors, all right? Salute to the sponsors. Big salute to Canna Cans, a.k.a. Diamond Club. All right, they got the freshest cans and the freshest piff. All right, they can get cans, you can get edibles, pens, anything you need, and delivery across the GTA and across Canada. All right, make sure to hit them up on their Instagram page. That's CannaCans_Canada1, or you can find them on the Diamond Club page, Diamond Club_Canada 2.0, and hit the when you go to the website, use the code WeLoveHipHop, get yourself a fat discount. Last but not least, big salute to my people in Ottawa. If you want some of that piffity piff, make sure to hit up Only Loud. Only Loud has same-day delivery in Ottawa, same-day delivery in the GTA, and you can get the package sent across Canada. You heard me. Make sure to hit them up on their Instagram page. That's Only Loud Canada, and you can find them on Snapchat, onlyloud.ca, and Telegram also, onlyloud.ca. All right? Okay. Formalities, all of that, we've been speaking for like about 36 minutes. I just need to know before we even get into any of our topics, Jay-Z or Nas, best catalog. Now we can go through album for album, but off top, just what do you guys think? Best catalog.
Do you want me to answer first?
What's your thoughts?
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z. Okay, tell 100%. Me why.
For me, Nas has the best single project out of the two. And I actually used to listen to Nas more because he was more on conscious vibes and stuff.
Yes.
But in terms of making records, in terms of beat selection, in terms of longevity and consistency and visibility, and just being outside, you're going to hear more Jay-Z than you're going to hear Nas.
True.
Even in 2025.
True.
But I don't know if that's because of the music or because of the machine and like the energy forces behind Jay-Z versus Nas, you know? So I'm going to go with Jay-Z, but what do you think, Dusty Wallace?
It's the question of the ages, man.
Okay, Unreasonable Doubt, then you had it was written.
So wait, Reasonable Doubt and Illmatic.
Illmatic, sorry.
And then it was the In My Lifetime was the first volume one versus it was written. Like if we're going lineup for lineup.
I'm going to line up to lineup, but that's where I just went in my head.
Just
that's
in
where I went.
Total.
I had to go there in my head first.
Okay.
Just to Jay-Z.
You're still going with Jay, right?
Because of the relevancy at those times for me, because of what he was. He brought that hustler mentality to the rap. He also let you know he's never been to jail. So it was like a thing where it's like, how'd you get away with it? You know what I mean? You lost how many bricks? 99 problems and a bitch ain't one. Like there's certain things that he taught me. Right? That stuck out to me. Then let's just say Nas, because a lot of times when I'd be listening to a lot of Nas albums, I got lost into them. Not to say they were bad. I was lost into them because of the lyrical.
It's a lot of information.
The
lyrical sense. So there was times of days, there was a time of day where I played Nas. Then per se, when I woke up in the morning and heard some Jigga. You know what I'm saying? You're like, pooh! Now you're walking down the street these times, you know what I mean? Or you're in the car. It's a different energy those times for 100%. Me. So I had to go with that. I had to go with what Jay-Z meant to me as an energy force of like me growing up and now to this day.
I'm not going to disagree with the Jay-Z take. I'm not going to be a contrarian today. I'm not going to be like, oh, no, Nas. Like, don't get me wrong. Nas is one of my favorite rappers. This is why I was playing Nas earlier, because Nas has bare tunes that like I love like crazy. But if I was to even go dud for dud, like albums that had dud or just weren't their best shit, Nas has more of those than Jay-Z. Jay-Z has a lot of albums that I didn't like neither. He has a lot of albums that I did like. But if I was to go album for album, who had more duds, I would say Nas.
So you're saying Nas had more misses than Jay-Z?
Yes. As full albums.
That's where you get lost into the album.
Like the Streets Disciple album, there was like the double album. It was cool. It had a lot of good songs on it, but as a whole, they could have made that a single album thing. You know what I'm saying? There was another album that was in between.
Braveheart.
The Braveheart one was that's a posse album or whatever, crew cut album. So I'm not gonna count that. Okay. But like there was one album where I was like, the I Am album. It was like
even Nostradamus. Like
that's the one that had I think he had a Nostradamus album too.
Nostradamus.
Like
I want to ask you guys something as two men who were very much in their adulthood when Jay-Z and Nas were in their prime. When did you notice Jay-Z start to overtake Nas, or when did Nas start to lose relevance culturally where Jay-Z was able to maintain?
Battle.
It was the Ether battle.
I think it was before that. I think once Jay-Z dropped that album, the In My Lifetime Volume 2, with Can I Get a What and all those big songs that were like, the one that went 6-time platinum, that was like, took Jay-Z to the next level. And Nas was kind of still like linear.
Hold on. Then after what happened, You Can Hate Me Now.
Yes, Nas dropped Hate Me Now.
Gotta remember, it's from the battle. That's what led it to the battle, because they kept you dropped Hate Me Now, Diddy, boom. He's dropping Can I Get a... Like, these records are now monumentally killing the club. Killing the club. Funk Flex is dropping bombs. Okay? These times when these records are out. This is... Now you got two heavyweights in the one city, the Big Apple. Who's the king? Biggie died. Big L's dead. You get what I'm saying? There's no one holding it down yet.
And Jay-Z also kind of put it out there.
I'm the king.
No, he put that there is three, right? Who's the best MC, Biggie, Jay-Z, or Nas? It was like he made up three. He created a three to compete.
And one's dead. and one's dead.
Yeah.
So now who's the next two? So then it led up to that battle. Then I feel after the battle is when like Nas went down because Jay-Z became a billionaire before him. From the businesses that were out front, like in your face, like, yo, this is ran by Jay-Z. This is what, boom, he's a billionaire.
Yes, but Nas won the battle.
To those who think just like how Kendrick won the battle. You get what I'm saying? Just like some people think
like that was
Drake
his
won the
resurrection.
Like the majority of people thought Nas won.
Yeah, that was his resurrection.
I think a majority of people thought Jay-Z won.
No, you're rewriting history, bro.
No,
Chat.
I would
Vote on the poll.
I would never.
When Ether dropped, people were like, "Oh,
yeah, Jay-Z's done."
Not that Jay-Z was done, but he lost the battle.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
but
saying?
then he made proper business moves to catapult himself higher than you, to even down to the ownership of the game, the ownership of his music. There's certain things that, remember, Jay-Z had to turn around and re-sign who? Nas.
Nas was on Def Jam for a while.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of that's what makes me look at it like after the battle, who became the successor?
He won the war.
But
thank you.
Do you feel like Jay-Z's proximity to newer artists like Kanye, Rihanna was what kind of separated him from Nas, where Nas kind of plateaued, everyone kind of knew what to expect, but Jay-Z was able to stay relevant and new with these artists?
It was that, but it was also that because he was a businessman. It wasn't always just, never looked at it as just Jay-Z.
Yeah.
It was Jay-Z, Rockefeller.
It's like enterprise.
Yeah, so it's like they're expected to be putting on new talent and Jay-Z featuring on a new talent stuff, where Nas was never really as business-minded.
He never got that off of the floor.
He never developed any artists? Nas?
Not really. Like
he didn't sign anyone?
He had his Braveheart guys, which is his people.
His brother and stuff, Jungle. And then
his bodyguard, Horace.
Who else?
Yeah.
Chi Ali? Is it? No.
No.
Or like Ali Vegas, sorry. Ali Vegas, I think he had something to do with Ali Vegas at one point.
Maybe, I don't know.
But was Nas perceived as like cool, or was he perceived as like intelligent and conscious, or was it like, nah, gangsters were bumping Nas?
Gangsters were bumping Nas.
Yeah. So, but he intellectual gangster.
Yeah.
Like gangsters who wear glasses.
But he also talked about having like a lot of like riches and cool clothes and stuff like that, so the gangsters could rock with that. You know what I'm saying?
Them niggas rocking Versace.
I think we need more like conscious gangsta music, like music that can kind of play both realms, where it's like you're saying something intellectual and lyrical, but it's also like relatable to those who want that street hip hop sound.
Kendrick Lamar.
But do you feel like he has the same amount of like swagger that Nas had? I feel like Kendrick is like a degree below that.
He's like more like an introvert in the way he looks and acts, but Nas was also an introvert in the way he looked and acted too, right?
Yeah.
But just Nas was more flashy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nas is rich, get the money.
He's wearing like, fur jackets and gold chains and all that, where Kendrick is like kind of more earthy look. You know
minimal.
Beads.
But let's get into our topics. You know what I'm saying? I had a big side topic just to get us going here. First thing here, I just wanted to give you guys a quick recap of why we're doing this today on a Sunday instead of a Saturday, right? R.I.P. to Bishop once again.
Discover Cans, where quality meets innovation. With over 24 premium strains, each carefully sealed in our signature cans for maximum freshness. We're redefining the cannabis experience. Trusted Canada-wide for consistency and reliability. We deliver the product you deserve. Elevate your expectations and explore the difference with Cans. You can find Cans on Instagram at @Cans_Canada, or you can find them on the Diamond Club page, Diamond Club_Ontario. Make sure to use the code WeLoveHipHop on the way out and get yourself a little discount. Salute to the sponsors. Cheer! I was at his funeral the other day. Right? Not to take a sad left, but I went to his funeral, and it's not even a sad thing. Like, yes, it's sad that he passed away, and condolences to his family. But the amount of people that came out to that, and just the amount of different faces that I got to see from back in the days.
Yo, come, everyone up, picture, come, everybody, all walk up. We're gonna get got more coming, hold up. Dude, soon when we started, soon when we started.
And like, it was a beautiful ceremony, man. You know what I'm saying? His son spoke. Salute to Lito. They're very in tune with God and religion, like with Christ. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, him and his girlfriend, the way they were speaking, I'm like, yo, y'all are super mature and focused. Like they're focused in faith. It was actually pretty amazing to listen to, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the dude lost his father, and like the way that they're like, using their faith as a source of strength, and the way they were expressing it, like, no, you know what I'm saying, and all that, like well spoken. I was like, yo, who are these grown ass people up there speaking, bro? So it was a beautiful ceremony. Salute to, like, I got to see Ghetto Concept like together, like who else popped up? Boy Wonder popped up for a second. Hush popped up, like a bunch of people popped up, bro. It was like Cardinal.
Yeah. I have a question because I know in some cultures, sometimes during funerals, it's like a celebration. Like people turn up, they eat, they like party. You know what I'm saying? Was this more of like a solemn vibe, or was it more of a celebration?
It was a mix, because when you go inside of the funeral home, it was like a little bit more solemn, and people are, paying the respects and stuff like that. But like for the amount of people that were there, it felt like a block party. Not like we were all like turning up, but like everybody's outside. We're all, conversating and stuff like that, drinking and smoking. Like the parking lot was just rammed with the hood was out, bro. I was just like, wow, man, this guy really, really touched a lot of people's hearts to have a parking lot full of people, bro. Yeah. And full inside. Yeah. Bro. R.I.P. to Bishop, man. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that's mentioned, because bro, like, that's a send-off for him, you know what I'm saying? And in the end of the day, if, we don't keep his name alive, his funeral will be the last time that people talk about him. And I don't want that to be, you know what I'm saying? This man has really put too much history into this game, where like the funeral will be the last time that we speak about him. I want it to, like, anytime that like something happened and it relates back to Bishop, we bring that shit up.
Yeah, damn right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, who's homie that does the Toronto hip hop mural?
Johnny.
Johnny. Big up Johnny.
Yeah.
He was there.
Yeah, he was documenting stuff. So I'm gonna holler at him to hopefully I can get to him before I get to the editing, so I can show some of the footage of what he got there. Because like the Section 6 guys popped out, like the whole Section 6, like his whole forgot this is 6 Mornell or
no Glenn Morgan,
right? I just to see all of them there, and like mans were like dropping tears, giving their speeches and stuff, but like they were like giving the stories of day one Bishop. Like,
I think the reason why I mentioned Ajani is I think it'd be cool if they were able to create like a mural or like some type of statue, something to commemorate Bishop's impact on the Toronto scene that will kind of last the test of time, because he was pivotal and did help a lot of people, inspired a lot of people, and was very skilled. Yeah. So I think that'd be a really cool addition to the city, or even that Toronto hip hop.
Yeah, there's people that came there from New York, from the battle rap scene, that came to speak and stuff like that. And I'm like, holy, like, mans are here from the NYC, like, yo, Bishop, man, when he used to come to New York, it's like, wow, man. Like, I didn't even, like, I knew, but I just, getting that reinforcement, like, wow, this guy really, 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 really is a legend.
Yeah,
man.
we need a mural of him in the hip hop exhibit for sure.
Definitely. R.I.P. to Bishop, man. You know what I'm saying? Once again, and yeah, man, condolences to his family, man. Real hip hop legend. Couple of fuckery stories that I have here for us. Yeah. The boy Top5, he's been active. It's gotten, so there's a couple of things that popped up. There was a picture of him and Drake in the club.
Yeah. A lot of people were getting at Drake for how he looked in that. Mans are saying he's eating good.
Yeah.
Pause.
They're saying all kind of
They're saying other stuff. They're saying the age is catching up to his ass.
But a lot of people were saying this is just alcoholism bloat.
Yeah.
Somebody said, yo, where's Top5 bumped into Benzino in the club?
Wow.
I didn't say this. This is the comments, okay?
Yeah, Drizzy, don't get at us for this, please. We know you're watching.
They were killing this guy. But from this picture, I think things started to evolve into a whole other thing where Kanye West made a comment on this picture and then the game stepped in. Have you been following along? Any of y'all been following along with this whole the game, Kanye West?
Yes.
So this is, where am I here? Okay. So this is Kanye West. He said something to the.
So this is the game tweeting, right?
Yeah. Nigga asked me, did I know Top 5? I said, yeah. He said was threatening you, and I asked if you want Here,
I'll read it.
Yeah, please.
N-word, you asked me, did I know Top 5? I said, yeah. You said he was threatening you, and I asked you if you wanted me to reach out to him. You again said, yeah. So I hit Top 5 and tell him to let it go. Out of respect for me, he agreed. I texted you to tell you it was done, and you changed your number, N-word. It sounds weird when I say it like that, but
so
you gotta say those if I, you know what I'm saying?
No.
I'm gonna be like, no.
Right, and and this is the caption that he put underneath this
I'll
post.
be back in LA in a week. Come get him yourself. I ain't never asked your weird ass for nothing. And when you gave me the cars, I said you ain't have to, and I was good, but you insisted. Then you hit me with the, you ain't never got to worry about nothing ever in your life. I owe you for being the only solid ninja emoji out of everybody. Got my number, but won't call like a man and address a situation you asked me to fix. Pussy! Nobody on earth weirder than these industry ninjas.
All right, so now what he's saying here, right? Got my number, won't call me to a situation you asked me to fix. So just to give you all a little bit of backstory from what I know a little bit of behind the scenes, I guess Kanye feels that Top 5 is threatening his life. And he's scared as shit over there in Japan. He doesn't want to leave the cribbo. He's like worried that Top 5 is sending a goon for him.
You really think that? You think that's what Kanye thinks?
Listen, man, Kanye... I've also said Kanye's not crazy and stuff, but like he's not all he's loopy. he's a little bit wild in his head.
You know what I think? I think he's internalizing that it's a threat so he can get paranoid and get amped. Like it's almost like he's exaggerating it within his own mind.
Well, he contacted the game to get him off of him. Like, yo,
yeah, you're actually scared.
Like, get this guy off of me, bro. Like, yo, like, listen, I'll give you more proof. Dusty, you're not like, are you believing this story?
Dusty, what are you thinking right now?
A whole lot. If I actually say what I'm thinking. But keep going.
So this is the tweet originally.
Yeah.
Why Game, who I gave 2 made-backs to, is showing love to Top 5, who calls threatening to kill me. Well, I guess I'm not going to be executive producing that album anymore. Kanye's a freaking wild.
Crazy, bro.
Because Game liked the picture of Drizzy and Top 5 together. Right? But he's also supposed to be protecting Ye.
But that is protecting Ye because now he's showing Top 5 like, yo, you're cool with me, I'm cool with you, just stay off of Ye.
Yes.
So I don't really see how that like is messing with Kanye that heavy.
Hanzo's loving Japan already. Have you seen he's seen you twice. So
yo, I love it. Yo,
but Hanzo.
I would do the same thing to Ye. Like, it's like
Is Top 5 fucking with this guy's head?
Yo, and I don't blame him.
And it's working.
Yo, keep messing with him, 5. Like, show these weirdos in the industry they're weird.
So
you know what I'm saying? You could get weirder.
There's a guy Hanzo that he has Ye believing that
is following
him around Japan. And this idiot Ye went and got Game to go get him off of me. And gave him 2 made-backs for it.
Nah, man. The way Top 5 is trolling Ye, it's like he considers Ye like a bucket. Like it's like a crackhead. It's like, yo, my buddy Hanzo's gonna get you. He's like, no, Hanzo. Please.
And the thing is, because he's not all there, it's like low-key working.
It is working.
It's bad, bro.
Art of war.
Yeah.
Yo, 5 needs to stop playing with that.
Bro, Ye cannot sleep because of this man.
Hanzo, bro.
Yo, this has me dying, bro. Has me
He's
dying,
got Hanzo on the way, bro.
Hanzo's coming for you, B. A little knock at the door. It's Hanzo.
Imagine every time Ye does something, he's like, "Is Hanzo here? Are you Hanzo? Are you Hanzo? Did Hanzo eat this before? Like, should I eat this food? Did Hanzo poison this?"
He doesn't know what shape or form or race or whatever Hanzo's coming in. I can't even identify like what race, what cultural background is Hanzo? The name Hanzo. It sounds like Spanish, but not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, do you think this is a made-up individual?
I don't know. I just know that Five's been tweeting about this Hanzo guy. He's saying the man's in Japan. Ye is scared, and he called the game.
You know what Hanzo sounds like? A Yakuza ass name.
Maybe
Hanzo.
Yeah,
Hanzo-san. Hanzo.
He's got Ye thinking that ninjas are trying to follow him and shit.
Hanzo.
You okay there, Dusty? You weren't expecting the story, right?
I got it.
Dusty's actually crying of laughter right now.
Oh man, but yeah, this is what's happening right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Playing with a billionaire
needs to get an acting job like right now. Like someone needs to give this guy a contract. Like this is crazy.
Nah, you know what Top 5 needs to do? He needs to, you know how there's an Art of War by Sun Tzu?
Yeah.
He needs to make one called The Art of Trolling by Hassan Ali. And I think what me and my homie have always discussed is that the moment you engage with Five, you're playing his game, you lost.
Yeah.
So the fact that Ye was going back and forth with him so constantly, it's like, you don't understand. This guy, he knows how to roast. He knows how to threaten you. You're not sure if his threats are real or not, but like you kind of got to take them seriously.
He smiles when he does it.
He's calling you brother while he's roasting you.
Brother.
Like,
they're going to turn it to a cap. And you're just there like, oh, what a cap. It's like, you're going to be a cap.
And bare mans that are off camera are probably just giggling.
Yo, like me. I'd be like dying. I'd be like, this guy is... Yeah, he calls him back. Like,
because you know when Five's like on the line, like if you see him online, like in a live stream or whatever, he has mans that be in the back that are off camera. They're probably dying.
Yeah.
Like, yo, this guy's he's spinning these guys.
Spinning them.
Yeah.
Bro.
But who would have thunk that we got, you know, arguably the most famous artist in the world just getting spun by a Toronto rapper. Right?
One of the greatest artists of all time. Go ahead.
There was a Joe, but when Five first went into jail, there was this tweet. He said, "Now it begins." I'll never forget that day when I seen that and seen the outcome of how his life is. Like, you got Ye talking about you, dog.
Yeah,
you got like the game calling you to stop shit. When the game couldn't even stop shit when it came down to whack 100 in him.
Yeah.
You get what I'm where I'm going with this? Like, it's a little, he said it all begins. And that's when I was like, you know what? I think the Illuminati just got our guy, Top 5.
Oh, you think it's on that type of time,
bro? How can you just be, you're just chilling. You haven't dropped a rap album in 2 years.
Yeah.
We haven't heard a lick of a lyric from you. And you living better than half of the rap industry right now. You know how many rappers would love for their name to just be said by Kanye?
Some people, they'll never get that in their career.
They would never get that in their career.
Yeah.
This guy talks about him daily.
This guy's sitting.
He's worried about him. He's like paranoid in his hotel room, like
while this guy's sitting down drinking soda.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm trying to think of another rapper equivalent. Like in LA, who would their top 5 be? I'm not, and it's not like he's trying to like extort people, be like, yo, check in. He's not like a big U.
4 Extra.
Like 4 Extra's too new, man. Like 5's been doing this for a
4 Extra. But okay,
like Jay Prince,
and 4 Extra is not connected to all these different people. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, 5's like,
what about like a Jay Prince? Like, who?
Less trolly. Jay Prince is too serious.
Jay Prince is a boss.
Yeah, he's too serious.
He has to work his way up. He's not at boss. Like, he's boss in his world.
Yeah,
but he's trying to be Top 5. His whole life has been working to be a boss in the game. Okay, his from what I've gathered, if I was analyzing him and being a journalist, I would say his whole career was meant on you knowing that he got goons. He can get goonish and don't fuck with him.
Yeah,
if need be. Okay, he's still a good guy. He's still a good kid. He's still a good man. He still has a heart. He takes care of his sister. He takes care of his families. But don't make him get busy. And now, a lot of Canadian rappers, the reason why we haven't succeeded is because we've never crossed that threshold of, yo, this guy has us weak right now. Right? Americans have never been weak by us. Look how they're still, remember, it's a yin and the yang with Top 5 and Drake. One guy's being talked about like, yo, I'm scared to come out my hotel room. I had to put that yang over there, put that guy over there. Yeah. And then you're in a picture with Drake. The guy who a lot of, no offense, I don't want to go hard on you, brother, but we don't take you as the hard body guy.
Yeah.
That the industry should be. You know what I'm saying?
No, he's always been looked at as the soft guy.
The soft guy.
Yeah.
So that's our leader. So you've never really taken us as a hard body thing. Like we're not as hard body as we're supposed to, as we know we are.
Yeah. That's always been a point of, before you go, that's always been a point of contention from people here in Toronto, that like the world representative of Toronto is not like a guy from the hood.
No.
You know what
So
I'm saying?
as an ambassador of Toronto rap, is Top 5 the first quote unquote Bodman rapper that we have presented to the world? That is popular?
Not the first, but he's the most popular.
Most popular.
Because I would say one of the first, if I can go to more of the new generation, would be like Oppressor. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like even Americans, actually, he did prove himself in America, I feel. But a lot of them would disregard him because they'll say, oh, like he sounds like this or he looks like this. Like they kind of write him off. Whereas Top 5, I feel like the aura around him is a little more violent and unpredictable.
Yes, but then there are also a lot of Americans over there who don't take him as seriously either.
Not at all.
But Pressa dating Coi Leray, I feel like also, I don't want to say like softened him to the American public, but as like easing his like appearance to them, it kind of altered his perception, you know?
They don't look at him as gangster. A lot of them are trying to clown him, call him a
but they don't know. They don't know.
I hear you, and that's when, you know what I mean? They go do their little research and they hear Wagwan, and then they're like, oh, I didn't know that little guy with the little squeaky voice can do all that.
Then they find out about Bundog and you're like, oh, okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Right? Salute to Kodak. Right?
Yeah. Oh my God. Right?
Yeah. But one thing with this guy, Top 5, his music leaked.
The Gucci Mane track.
The Gucci Mane Top 5 track, I Beat a Murder, leaked. Let me see if it's still up there. Because if it's not, I might have to pull out my hard drive. It's still there. Wow, now it's on 2 pages. These guys are... Ooh.
It might be on Burrow Sound later.
Sluggy / false stat. Bumba.
Yeah.
Bumba wallahi.
Well, he disses people in the song.
Bumba wallahi.
Bumba wallahi.
You sound like a half Jamaican, half Somali.
Bumba wallahi.
Like, which one am I going to pick today?
That needs to be.
Brother.
Bumba wallahi.
I'm writing that down as a working title right here.
Bumba wallahi.
Bumba wallahi.
Bro, don't let the youths hear this, eh? Don't make me be like, have you heard these Toronto terms? Bumba wallahi.
Yes, I have. Twos fam. One day I turned around and I was just like, Bumba wallahi.
Bumba wallahi.
What does Bumba wallahi mean? It's like, wallahi Bumba clock.
Yeah, wallahi Bumba clock.
Okay,
Bumba wallahi.
Let's play this. I'm gonna play the Gucci Mane verse.
I'm telling you, dog.
Because I think let's play a little bit of the Top 5 verse.
Got ball, we got one. I was on the block till they went and kicked the door. And one thing for sure, your homie ain't here no more. I beat a murder. I beat a murder case. I beat a murder, lot of politics. We got some big sticks. Lucky was a big op. So since you failed him, 17 was a small op. I should've killed him. Last nigga got shot. I prayed that he heals quick.
I'm too rich to beef with bro niggas. I used to be up early. He couldn't even finish. Barely can read, but doing a long ass sentence. Why you posting guns? You ain't scaring nobody. Wanna stay silent.
I beat a murder. Yo, run the hook.
Bro,
yo.
That is a tune.
Yo.
That's a bop.
Yo.
Is it bop?
I think it's a bop.
Okay.
I nearly flipped the desk.
I'm not even being facetious or anything. I'm just asking you guys, like, just honesty, like, just honest opinion from hearing it.
Bop. 5. Take your time.
Bro, come on, bro. He's been how long he's been sitting on this song, bro?
Take your time.
Quality over quantity.
Take your time.
You'd rather one banger than 10 whatever songs.
Cause that doo-doo that what's his name put out the other day? Young Thug.
Mm.
That's doo-doo. That's doo-doo. He's
I didn't
speaking
hear
a
it.
whole different language. Exactly.
Yeah,
It didn't touch your radar yet because
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
doo-doo. He probably like, yo, don't let this go too far.
Yo,
Take your time. Don't just come out, live some life. He needs to live some life. What's he gonna talk to me about? When he was in jail? No.
But
We already seen you do that in jail. We seen you put out a video and an album while you were in jail. Right? Now you come out, you're living life, you're courtside, like, you know what I'm saying?
but if I asked you, what is he talking about in the song? What would you say? Top 5 specifically? Because
It says it right there. I don't have to repeat
He's
myself.
just dissing guys.
he's dissing guys. I'm not saying he's admitting to certain things, but he's saying things that like TPS is probably like writing down and Rap
Yes.
Geniusing because like it's borderline incriminating. It sounds
on,
sick. I
guys.
like it, but like I'm also thinking about the consequences of his words because he is being watched heavily. You know,
He had to get this, just a little BTS.
Yeah.
He had to get this cleared too
Yeah.
from his lawyer to see if it's okay to do this.
okay, so
You know what
if
I'm
his
saying?
lawyer cleared it, then
But we're also keep in mind we're reacting to a leak. We're not reacting to this off of Top 5's channel. So we shouldn't even be reacting to this. We shouldn't have access to this right now.
because it wasn't released on Top 5's terms clearly,
No.
unless he wanted the leak, but I don't think that's what it is.
So. You got a
Unless-
feature with Gucci Mane and you want to just out there on, no offense to six block this is YouTube page. I think you probably want it on your own page. You're gonna
Yeah.
get the most views.
Be careful who you airdrop your files to, bro.
Yes.
Because how did this leak?
And it sounds like well mixed. Like it sounds like it's done.
They got the WAV file, not even the MP3.
Yes. So like, why are we shouldn't be able to have this reaction here. We should be like, yo.
well, hold on now. How much to buy a Gucci Mane verse? I could tell you. How much to buy a Gucci Mane verse?
What, like 50 bands? I don't know, 100 bands?
How much to buy a Gucci Mane verse?
I don't
200
know.
bands?
All right. Thank you.
No, not anymore.
How much?
It's probably cheaper these days.
Like, no.
And I'm sure Five didn't pay his full price.
So now,
Mhm.
right? You're saying how come it's being leaked, right? Maybe because it's being leaked because it hasn't been
Paid for?
It hasn't
cleared. So now I'm gonna get it. This is how maybe I could get Gucci Mane to jump.
Oh,
Yo,
you're
bro.
saying Gucci didn't clear it. Or you're saying
Which would be a risk. Which would be a risk on Five's behalf if he did that. But now someone else does it. You're just gonna have to you're just gonna hit them up to say, take it down. But it's a leak. Now you're gonna be like, yo, the song went flipping 10 million in 3 days. Yo, clear it, bro.
But
Clear it, bro.
It
Right?
didn't.
But don't they have, they probably have a music video loading for this. Remember we saw them shooting when he was in Thailand, I believe, or one of
Yes.
those countries?
Yes, they were jumping off the PJ.
Yeah.
So this is definitely accidental. But yo, who is Gucci Mane with Universal?
I think he's doing Atlantic,
Atlantic,
which is under Warner.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just the fact that this is out already, or like the song like is now on more than one YouTube channel. I don't know, bro. Like you might have to put the foot on the gas. Like if you have a video ready,
drop it today.
drop
type.
that shit, man, because it's gonna keep on leaking, and then it's gonna take away from the impact.
Not really. Because now I actually want to see the video.
I want to see the video, but if I already heard the song, and if I want to listen to the song just in regular rotation, I could just download that now and just listen to it in my car.
Yeah, and I feel like it just would have been a bigger cultural moment if it was released with the music video, high quality, top 5 is back,
Yes.
Gucci Mane's right there.
Canadian artists, especially.
Yeah, like I don't want a bunch of people like having my song leaked before I get a chance to premiere it to the world.
And you even spoke on this where 5 was having issues with ownership around his music. So I feel like now he's probably very calculated in terms of ensuring that everything is through his channel, his platform.
Yeah,
so he gets
that's
credited.
facts because he was beefing with 6Buzz and he was beefing with Mr. 365. You know what I'm saying? Saying that some of his videos are taken off his channel, all that stuff. So who knows what all kind of red tape he has to even release the shit? Where?
Yeah.
With who?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna do it independent. You're gonna get a distribution deal. Is your deal with 6Buzz over? Are you guys still under a contract? I don't have the answers to these questions.
6Buzz has deleted some of their music videos, though.
Yes, but they might still have a contract. Or if they had a contract at all. You know what I'm saying? Contracts just don't end because you're beefing. You have to go through some kind of litigation and be like, I need to get out of my contract. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go to court.
That's if you want to do it legally.
How do you get out of contract with Top 5? Answer me.
I don't know.
You rip the paper like this, and you go home alive. I'm
Thank you for flipping much.
Most like people's go-to would be like Top 5 will strong arm his way out of the contract. Let me out the contract or else, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all well and dandy. But if I'm actually a real businessman and you did business with me, that let me out the contract or else shit ain't gonna work with me either.
But you have to understand that 6ix operates in like an interesting gray area because he's not like a full-on street dude, but he pars with them.
Yeah.
So if he was like, let's say he went to authorities or some type of like legal adjudication for this, like it might look bad on him.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
More jewelry get taken.
Or jewelry get taken.
Right.
my
I
sound
love
effect?
you, man. You my dog. You make it fun. You make it.
You know, the dots are all connected.
I'm telling you, my dog. You know what I mean? We just sit here.
That did happen.
Yeah, more jewelry get taken.
Yeah.
So-
That could have been a byproduct of like, bro, can I get out my contract?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Listen, speculation. You'll get your jewelry back after you get me out my contract.
Yeah. And the Gucci Mane record get released.
Yeah, because like fam, like if I have distribution issues with anybody, I can't just put out the record neither. It's not even a thing of Gucci Mane clearing his shit. Like I'm beefing with 6ix. I'm beefing with Mr. Steve 65. I can't just release my shit. These guys are gonna just take it back. You know what I'm saying? Delete it. If man deleted his videos off his channel, who's to say they can't do it again?
Yeah, and that's a video with millions of views that's generating 6ix income too. So the fact that he's willing to get rid of it shows where he stands. And
honestly though, but like great play to get you closer to Drake. Like honestly,
Yeah.
he doesn't need them. I would kick their asses to the curb.
Who,
now.
5?
Yeah, kick them to the curb. Get rid of them. What are they?
I think he already did.
They're low hanging fruit.
who? 6ix?
Yeah, kick them to the curb.
But 6ix literally has put so much into Top 5 that like
That's part
you
of the
can't
game.
discredit, but you can't discredit like the impact that 6ix had with Top 5. Like they helped his career.
No, they didn't.
Top
They
5
funded a lot
helped
of
his own career. They need Top 5. I need you on my platform to make everybody come and see that moment. If without that guy Top 5, a lot of times 6ix could just post something. It had to be of the essence of someone like Top 5, Chromas, the next girl that died, rest in peace.
Debbie.
It has to be. They need
in that
you.
realm.
They need you.
But they need, like, it's also like Chromas needs 6ix. Like without 6ix, Chromas
Not
would have never
really.
ended up on Adam 22, I feel.
No.
Or on No Jumper.
OnlyFans.
Maybe eventually
had
would have
OnlyFans.
happened. That's true.
It's a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah,
Like,
as a vlog,
we
you
need
know.
each other.
Yeah.
It's in
Right?
between.
But at the same time, as a vlog, you do need the characters. Like
You
if
need
there's
the
no characters, then there's a boring scene to even cover.
What's the point?
But 6ix had already established themselves as a major platform, so it is an opportunity for someone like Top 5 or Chromas to increase their visibility.
Yeah.
I hear you, but what was most of the artists' complaints about 6ix after we've already found out about these certain artists off of 6ix?
That they kept on just recycling the same
Thank
artists.
you.
Yeah.
And what else? No more artists were getting any, like, now it became a news thing. Now it became like they're hitting topics of the world.
Yeah.
Now when you go on their actual 6ix music page, how do those numbers do? Just wondering.
Not the same.
Thank you.
Not the same.
So what I'm saying is, without a guy like Top 5, I'm not going to 6ix's page to see what music they got anymore.
So you think people were going to 6ix just to hear Top 5? I don't believe
No,
that.
and to see Chroma's going,
And the Efri and everything.
the Efri
Yeah.
and stuff like that at the
Yeah.
time. That's how I knew of some of these characters. Without it being like said in a harsh way to 6ix, you were just a platform. You were just a vessel. You were just the person that they needed to get more exposure. And you gave it to them, but you still needed them. It's a 50-50. So
Yeah.
when I'm saying for him to kick them to the curb, it's not no feelings. It's business, bro. There's no friends in business, my nigga. So you're not gonna get me where you're not. If I'm 5, I'm like looking at them like, okay, guys, you got me 2020. Yeah, I was here. We were here. 2021, I was in jail. You got me this. Cool. 2023, 2024, I'm out. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
2025, I'm standing beside Drake. I have a better chance getting a deal standing beside Drake than I have a chance with 6ix.
That's the fact.
That is true.
Kanye is talking about me now more than ever.
I was just in jail less than a year ago.
And I'm standing beside Drizzle.
Yeah.
Looking like the baddest man with GGG across my neck right now in diamonds.
But yo, while Five was incarcerated, can't you say that Six Buzz kept him relevant while he wasn't outside like that? Like Six Buzz, he definitely leveraged his relationship with Six Buzz. He helped with the music video, helped get the G Herbo features and stuff. Like,
the album came out under Six Buzz,
but it's part of the game. It's part of the game. I used you, you used me. I got to get to my next level. My next level, you cannot bring me there. I'm out.
Well, that's where the discrepancies come in.
That's
right?
where but there's
People
gonna
are
be
like,
some.
yo, like, so what? You blow you blow up and switch?
It's unethical.
It's unethical, but it's part of the game. I can understand it. Okay, as a businessman.
Yeah.
When it's time to move on, it's time to move on. When it's time to cut ties, it's time to cut ties, bro.
But it's the manner in which you do it. Like, you can do it without being disrespectful. Like, if I had worked with someone and they made me money, I made them money, even if we were to separate paths, like, I wouldn't like take their chain, or I wouldn't disrespect them or violate them.
Maybe I didn't make enough money and you were making the money, and I gotta be like, where's my cut? Maybe that's why things start getting taken.
And then that's unethical on Six Buzz's side.
Yeah. No, just to put some alleges.
Alleged. But that's what's I can just say it, like things just start getting taken because I feel taken for. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm trying to get back what was owed to me.
Yeah.
Okay, but what if we had signed a contract? It's like, buddy, you knew exactly how much you were going to get. You agreed to these conditions, but now that you're unhappy with these conditions, you can always renegotiate a contract.
Yeah.
You can make a new contract, renew it or whatever. But at that point, like legally, it's like, well, you read the paperwork.
If they did. Yeah.
If they did.
Thank you. That's what I was about to say. How do you even know if there's paperwork, dog? These are niggas you're dealing with.
No, I'm sure there had to be some.
Okay,
on Six Buzz's side,
I'm not sure.
You're not sure.
I think on Six Buzz's side, as a corporate entity, which Six Buzz is, it's not just an individual.
No, Mali and Mali.
That too.
No, he's Habesha.
Doesn't matter.
Might make a difference.
But also, when it comes to, I feel like there might have to be some paperwork involved because the label, right, at the time, because they were distributed, they were just through Warner, right? Yeah. So it's like you can't just be like, oh, he signed to me, you know, we shook hands on it. Like, no, Warner's gonna be like, yo, we're opening a budget for this. Can we see some paperwork? Is this guy signed to you?
Yeah.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Six Buzz had other collaborations with rappers, and did we see any issues with that? I believe with maybe Casper, like, remember?
They had an issue.
They had an issue, and I think he removed one of the songs.
Yeah.
So it seems like he only does that if there's some type of violation that he feels violated.
Dope Boys, which is like one of his first bangers.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, well, listen. Salute to 5, and we're getting into a Six Buzz sidetrack, but it's not really a sidetrack because it all kind of intermingles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'll just say this in closing: there's questions that remain to need answers for.
Do you think we'll ever see them reunited as friends or as business partners, or do you feel like that's the end of their relationship?
You never know. I can't say never. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're all been doing their thing. They have history. You never know. You never know.
Yo, him and 365 too? Like, come on. No, I don't see it.
Why? Because the chain was taken?
No,
allegedly.
it's not that. It's like, it's the audacity of certain shit. You know, once I wash my hands of you, you're washed. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I see where the youth is going with it. I'm gone, bro. You don't see me beside the sixth god right now. I'm the president. He's, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you don't see Wagwan? Fucking around, these guys have a mixtape coming out.
That'd be crazy.
Mess around, these two have a mixtape coming out. That's why I say take your time, Five. Because there's something up there could be something better in the works when you take your time. When you rush, you could actually burn out. You could actually drive yourself into a wall.
Yeah.
Right? And just like let it play out. Oh, okay, that didn't work out, but this is working here. What I say, we turn around, we might hear a YG top 5 album in the summer, right? Mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Then you might mess around and we might really get that top 5 and that Drake.
That Drake collabo.
It has to come. You guys are hanging out too much to just be flipping. What are you guys doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
to be determined.
Yeah,
You know what
let
I'm
it
saying?
play out though. I want it to play out.
Yeah,
Manifest, like, you know what I mean? God willing, that's how I want to see it play out. And I have a big feeling that's how it's going to play out.
Yeah. Well, salute to 5, man.
Yeah, man. Do your thing.
Did you guys see this SZA or Kendrick SZA Luther video?
I want to take a quick break from this episode to give a big shout out to Only Loud, Canada's one-stop shop for your favorite legacy brands and all things loud. Only Loud provides mail order delivery nationwide and same-day delivery to those in the Ottawa area. Check them out at onlyloud.ca or follow them on their socials, Instagram at onlyloudcanada or on Snapchat onlyloud.ca for more exclusive content. Only Loud is not just a product, it's a lifestyle. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer!
I'm not gonna replay the video here.
Why not?
I don't know. I think we all seen it.
No, I didn't see it yet.
You
I didn't
see
see
the
it.
video.
No, fam.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
When you think the Ken bot's going to come out and be like, ha ha, we got you Friday, you finally did it.
No, I felt like it wasn't like underwhelming, but it wasn't like
It ain't
something
nothing.
crazy. It was a cool video. It was all
Yeah.
well done, well shot. I'll show you.
7.7 million views in 2 days.
We'll get to that.
Get a
We'll
little
get to
black
that.
and white.
Yeah.
If it was up to me.
So I'm not gonna play the whole 5-minute video, but y'all get the point. It's pretty much this, like very artistic looking,
Yeah.
visuals and still shots, a lot of wide shots. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? There's no subs.
What do you mean? Yes, there is.
Where do you see subs?
This elevator scene.
The black and white filter.
And the elevator scene.
The saturation.
So, okay, hold on. So are we saying that this is because of the Nokia video?
No, I'm joking.
No,
No, you don't, because people are saying that.
Well, that's what came to my mind. It's like, yo, Drake just released a black and white video, exclusively black and white video.
Right.
And now you're adding elements of black and white in your video, but Drake didn't invent black and white music videos.
This is true. And what are you saying about the elevator? Why the elevator?
scene from
the one headline not headlines.
Was it headlines when he's in the
I think it was headlines.
In the Rogers Center, when he's in the Sky Dome or whatever, right?
No, he's in the CN Tower.
CN Tower, yeah.
Yeah, that was the headlines video.
Yeah.
Headlines.
So you're saying that, and there is the director of this has done a bunch of videos. She's from Toronto.
Yeah.
She's from Toronto?
She's from Toronto.
You
And
traitor!
And you see what I'm saying, bro? And then, yo, I'm going to tell you the truth. I want to say it before you guys ever flip it comes out. I'm going to say this. You see these buildings that were there? I'm looking in the glass, off of the glass now, and I'm seeing the trees, and I'm seeing, mess around. This guy probably came to Toronto and shot this.
You think this is shot in Toronto?
Yes.
By Bay Street?
Yes. Look when he's sitting by that stairs. And he had, right?
I'm trying to catch the Toronto, like any
that vibe, right?
Yeah.
LA kind of looks like Toronto, but like, no.
Oh, man.
It did kind of look like UTSC for a second, like
Yeah,
UT
bro,
Scarborough,
I'm
but
telling
like,
you, it's somewhere
I know it's
around
not.
here.
I know it's not.
Did Kendrick sneak in
like,
and out of
He
Canada?
snuck in and out right there.
That's a Canadian ass staircase.
I know, right?
That's some Canadian architecture.
There's some good old Canadian
Where did they shoot
stairs.
this video? Yeah, I'm gonna Google where they shot this
looks like,
video.
Looks like Ryerson.
Yeah, bro.
Yo, listen.
Bums are just right around the corner on the top step right there.
How I know you guys are wrong?
Yeah.
Because if he was here, people would have filmed that. We're living in too much of an age of too much camera phone that one man wouldn't have been like, yo, is that Kendrick and them filming the music video over there, yo? And put that on the gram or something, bro.
Okay.
Somebody would have leaked that, bro.
Wait, is this Luther?
Like around, he's at York campus or some shit like that. One student would have been like, oh my God, Kendrick Lamar.
It's not shot in Toronto. Here, look, scenes were shot on location of the Westin Bonaventure Hotel in Los Angeles,
Okay,
as well as the Brandis Bardin campus of American Jewish University and its House of the Book in the Simi Hills of the Simi Valley. This guy went to an American Jewish university. Maybe that's the shot.
That's the shot.
Hold on, but we did get university right.
Yeah, we got university.
And
it does. It looks like it.
It looks
Come on,
like a
guys.
uni, yeah.
Come on, guys.
But
It looks
yo,
like that area.
do you think he went out of his way to ensure that it was the American Jewish University,
Yes.
AJU?
Yes. Yes.
There's so many
Shalom.
schools in California. You chose the one Jewish one. No,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you never know, man.
That's a subtle
For
shot. That's like
people
a
like
deep
you.
shot.
Yo, because it's like, I'm going to do what you're not doing.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't give to your own people? Okay, I'll give some to your people. You get to my people?
Oh, come on. Now we're asking too much of Drake.
No, I know, but I'm not
Drake
saying...
doesn't need to give to Jewish
No, he doesn't. but this guy...
I think they'll be fine.
But this guy is probably like, you don't give to them? I'm going to give to them. It's Kendrick, bro. Kendrick's a weirdo, bro.
I don't think Kendrick's like, you know what? The Jews, they need some donations. They're looking kind of low right now, man. Pockets looking kind of
Okay, let's just go shoot the video.
I'm not even trying to say anything like that. Okay, calm down. But it's just not something that I've heard before.
No,
like,
me neither.
Wait a minute. What about the foundation to give back to the Jewish people? Like, what?
Kendrick's
You mean my uncle who gave me a bar mitzvah?
Like, same guy? He doesn't need you. He definitely doesn't need you.
Did you see Drizzy at the bar mitzvah in the old?
Yeah, I know.
That suit looked like it was like at least the 2 Rackies.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
The baby suit.
Yeah. He had the penguin.
No, I remember when Drake did one of his first interviews with Rosenberg. One of the points was that, my bar mitzvah, we just did at a restaurant, man. And that was kind of like the struggle aspect of it.
Struggle
you had a mitzvah,
Tuesday.
like, but it was at an Italian restaurant. It wasn't how we usually do it.
Oh, man. He ain't a baller. Okay, I got something here because, 2 things. 1, y'all don't think the timing is a little weird too? Because Nokia just dropped. Reaction videos have been just dropping from them like over the last week or so. It's shooting up the charts. It's getting close to #1 on the Billboard charts. And then boom, Luther video. Luther is already like past Nokia on the charts a bit, right?
Wow.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Nokia was like 5 and Luther was like #2 or something like that, or #3. But, he felt like Drake's getting a little too close to over here, man. All right, music video out.
Luther is #1. It's been #1 for 7 weeks.
See what I'm saying?
Die with a Smile's #2. Nokia's #3.
That's what I'm saying.
But Nokia it's only peaked at #3, so it could go #1.
It could go #1.
It could go.
It could go. But before that happens, let me put out this video. Video could have been sitting there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
But it's like, let's get #3. All right.
Drop.
Publish.
But that makes sense because I feel like now for the rest of their careers, Kendrick and Drake are going to be kind of operating symbiotically.
No, it's done. It's like there's no separating them. Like, I know we've said before, can we not do Kendrick and Drake? It's over. There's no Kendrick, Drake. Drake, Kendrick. We'll never ever be able to speak about them separately, man.
Just like Nas, Jay-Z.
Exactly. They're stuck, man. And it's not our fault. It's their fault.
Okay,
man.
but can you it's like you can't talk about Nas without talking about Jay-Z, but can you talk about Jay-Z without talking about Nas? Or is it like they both need each other in that sense?
I feel like you can talk about Jay-Z without Nas.
That's what I'm saying.
But Nas, Jay-Z's name always comes up.
It defines his career in a lot of senses. Ether and stuff. So do you feel like it's the same thing with Kendrick and Drake?
Yeah.
No, I think Kendrick and Drake, they're like stuck at the hip now. Like anything Kendrick does, people are gonna be like, so what's Drake doing right now? Did he do something? Are you retaliating to Drake? Is Drake gonna retaliate to you? They're gonna be looking at their chart positions forever. Who's higher? Who's lower? You know what I'm saying? For those two, for as long as they decide to make music.
Now, do you feel like with that, like him being Kendrick, every time Drake drops, he's going to obviously get on his head top, correct? So, but don't you think when Drake was first dropping too, who was he putting out of position? Who did he put out of position, guys?
Kanye.
Common?
Thank you.
Oh, Kanye.
Kanye.
Okay. And Kanye was a little bitter about it. They were boobity bop bop, boobity bop bop boop beat. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
and he got mad bitter.
Yeah, he got mad bitter.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just telling you guys the real. Somebody has to take Drake's place. Sorry. Somebody who can take his place. Now, that is the battle.
It's not going to be Kendrick.
I don't think anyone
trying to diss Kendrick. Is that I don't think Kendrick wants to take his place. He's doing better with his singles and all that just because that's just what's happening. But I don't think Kendrick's like, I want to be #1. I could be wrong because there's going to be Drake fans who are going to be like, are you sure about that?
I think he wants to be #1, brother.
To do that, you need to be outside way more. And Drake's like an outside. He's always outside.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but there's a difference between his come up and Drake's come up. Drake's coming from Canada. we've always, like we said, we've always had something we've had to prove.
Yeah.
He's coming more from a legacy situation, California, the
Yeah.
hood he's from, what he is. You know what I mean? Like parents probably were flipping Black Panthers. Who knows, right? So there's a little bit of a different legacy. His stardom is different from Drake's stardom. He can be laid back. That guy I heard rolls around like in some trucks and pops out of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
6'4s. You feel me?
Yeah.
And like
goes and does some push-ups in the hood.
Yeah, it's normal, bro. So it's
Yeah.
just like what you said. Could he have pulled up to a certain place yesterday? Could he really, right? This guy can. So it's the I don't need to drop as much like this guy because I'm coming from a real legacy situation.
Yeah.
This guy has to prove himself year in, year out. He has to work for the machine.
Yeah.
You know?
There was something also. They're saying that because of the view count that you mentioned in the beginning, there's accusations of bots.
That's always going to be the case.
What are you going to say before I play this?
I'll say it after.
All right.
That Kendrick Lamar uses bots for his views and comments. So Luther just dropped 5 hours ago on YouTube, and please look at the numbers. Like, are we serious right now? So this is what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to go to the Luther video on YouTube, then go to comments, and then when you go to comments, just look through the comments, and you're gonna see a bunch of names that look like this. Now, if you see a name that looks like this, click on the name and look when they joined YouTube. Joined 4 hours ago. I'm sorry, the music video just dropped 5 hours ago. Oh, you don't believe me? Here's another one. Joined 2 hours ago. Look what they say. I've had this on repeat all day. Oh, look, another one. Joined an hour ago. And they said this was very informative. Appreciate it. Guys, I'm telling you, this isn't a coincidence. I already know K-bots are going to be in the comments like, oh, there's bots on every big artist's comments on YouTube. Like, that's a normal occurrence.
Hold up.
Really, bro. Because if you go to Nokia's music video on YouTube and go to the comment section, you will not see nearly as many bots. I didn't see any bots, actually. Just so y'all know I'm not capping, I want y'all to compare Luther's comment section to Nokia's comment section. There is a night and day difference. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of real people commenting on Luther's comment section, but there are still a lot of bots under this comment section. Kendrick, I fuck with you, but you gotta stop with the fake numbers and the botting just to get ahead of Drake, because
wow.
Yikes.
I believe him.
Well, it's kind of hard not to believe if the man's like literally showing us each comment and each user of how many hours they did that for. But like he said, and like what the Kendrick fans are going to say, everybody uses bots. Do they?
I feel like they probably do, but I think for some people, it's like a bigger part of the total percentage of the views. Whereas I think even with Kendrick, he might do it initially and then he's going to get the real views. And once they blend together and it's at like a 20 million and you have a lot of real comments and fake comments, it's just going to look good, you know? But I don't like the idea of like comment bots and people like fake accounts and stuff and like these bot farms. Like it's just not genuine. Like I want to see how many people are actually watching. It makes me believe that maybe they felt like their views were going to be low, but maybe the label just does it anyways.
It's hard to say because like we're not going to take away from the fact that Kendrick is popping right now. You know what I'm saying? 2024 was his year. But if these bots are, you know, from what is being shown here, if they're being used, are they as confident in the year as really what really happened? You know what I'm saying? Because like, why even use bots if you guys had an amazing year? If Luther is #1 on the chart, like you just showed us, why do we need bots?
You know why? Because the YouTube algorithm is so unpredictable. You could have one video that hits 1 million views and your next video hits like 800. So it's like, obviously to mitigate that, it's like, let's just ensure that we have this many views no matter what. Because even when we talk about like Smiley and how like his views are low.
Yeah.
If we saw a lot of numbers, it'd be like, okay, it looks better.
Yeah.
We might not even look into whether or not they're real accounts or not. It just helps the optics. And I think that's what they were trying to do.
Also, you okay over here, bro?
Yeah. No, I'm just thinking.
If, okay, when it comes to this bots thing, right?
Yeah.
They can see this. This guy, this YouTuber, I don't know, I want to give him some props, but I can't see his name here. Fiency or Finies? If he can go and do this video and be like, yo, this is not a real account, or this account's 4 hours old, like, I feel like the record company can know this too, that people will be able to see that it's fake. So is it the record company who put the bots, or did somebody else outside, like a fan or somebody, put a bunch of bots on it?
Holy.
I'm like, listen, I might be throwing super bail right now. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, we're in 2025. We can clearly identify bots in 2025 with our naked eye. So like, why would you do it to get exposed?
You're right.
Especially in such an easily identifiable way.
I think because Kendrick has a lot of power, it's kind of like, okay, he uses bots, but he's still Kendrick.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe they don't see it as a big deal anymore because it's just a normalized practice in the industry. Like everyone does it.
I can't believe that, because we're doing witch hunting, bro. Everybody's looking to find each other's faults. So why would you do something that everybody can be like, bro, I can those are bots, fam, and then expose you? You know what I'm saying?
But it's not really like a career ender. Like, it's just like, okay, you use bots, and then
it kind of fits the narrative, bro.
I mean, it confirms what Drake was accusing him of the whole time, and UMG.
Yes.
It kind of validates him in that sense.
So if he's actually guilty of it, and he makes it so clear and so easy to find, it's kind of a stupid criminal. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you be a criminal and then leave a trail for people to be able to find your crime?
Yeah, and Kendrick, as someone that represents like truth and being authentic, it's like, why would you even approve you guys getting these bots? So maybe it was a fan, because it's kind of like, you look kind of like insecure, like clout hungry, but Kendrick, that's not your brand. You know what I'm saying? Your brand is like, yo, I'm for the people, real, F the industry, F the fake-ish, you know? Like,
and listen, I could be completely wrong. You know what I mean? But I just have experience where people have done interviews, and then they put stuff on their interview. I go look back at the views later, and I'm like, yo, where did these views come from? And I clearly know that the person who I interviewed, I won't mention any names, you don't either, okay? That they went and put some shit on the video.
Oh man, I don't want to find out, because it might
because fam, like,
things.
If they don't do a proper Google ad, you're gonna mess up the channel. You know what I'm saying? If you go use some bot farm system or whatever, some guy in India to go, put some extra views on the shit, you might mess up the channel. Yeah. So it's like, I didn't authorize it, but the next person did it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying this is happening with Kendrick, but if you have clearly fake bots, I don't think the record company would be that sloppy to buy the worst bot package.
No, they'd probably buy the one that like bypasses all like the YouTube criteria, because you are jeopardizing the channel, and anyone can do that. Anyone in the world could just be like, copy this link, I want to promote this video, and then jeopardize your channel.
Yes. It doesn't need to be the person who's the user or the artist to go and do that. Like, some kid in Wisconsin can be like, you know what? I'm going to put some bots on Kendrick's video. And, next thing you know, there's all these bots in the comments.
Damn, it must be stopped. They got to regulate automated users.
So maybe he's really sitting at like what?
What, the view count?
Yeah.
Right now, what was the views on this?
7 million.
Yo, even when it first dropped, and I'm not trying to do Drake and Kendrick comparisons, but like Drake's video, it took like a day or so to go past 1 million, or it took like a day to hit 1 million. And when I saw this, it was like at 2 million in like the first 16 hours.
Yo, can you scroll up on the Videolytics?
Videolytics.
Okay. Damn, 769,000 likes, 44,000 comments. That seems like a pretty good ratio. Like, it seems like an authentic ratio, but it could just be perfected bots.
It could be. If this guy, based on what he's saying in this video, he said he found the bots. And if we go through the same comments, we probably can find them too.
Yeah, because what man will comment, I like this video, very informative. Like, it's a song, fam.
Yeah. Listen, man.
So is he that crazy?
Who, Kendrick?
Yeah, he crazy. He crazy. We're dealing with a psychopath. We're dealing with a delusional guy. Like if he thinks that we're not going to notice that, and he's actually doing it, like, who are we dealing with here?
I would feel like Kendrick is smarter than that.
No, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, especially for the way people have put him like in this pedestal, like, yo, the man's intelligent. And he's clearly intelligent. So it's like, why would you do something that like everybody can see?
Do you remember his manager, Kendrick's manager, was called out by some young kid who does these stream farms?
Yeah.
Anthony something, like he sent him direct money for views. Maybe it was him. Maybe it was the manager being like, look, man, we just got to make sure you hit 10K or 10 million within the first week and the rest will come. Who cares? You're still going to make money.
So to what you're saying, Dusty, is it that he wants to be ahead of Drake so much that he'll just do whatever it takes?
Yeah. Yeah, it's getting to that point and it's realistic. It's like showing. And you made up a lie. You made up a lie.
Which one?
You call him at a PDF file. Like, you made up a lie. You made up a lie with no paperwork.
Oh, let's not get into that.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, let's not get into that because that's going to open a whole other can of worms. Because one, we're a year later.
Yeah.
And two, he's also made some accusations that need paperwork too.
Like, him too.
Yeah, like you can't say, yo, the man's beating up his chick. You can't say, yo, the man's homeboy is the father of his kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where's the paperwork for that? We need paperwork on both sides. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, salute to Baca, but like that paperwork shit, that shit don't work, bro. I'm sorry, fam. If niggas want to say you got a weird case, it's whatever. You know, the niggas don't need to have a whole bunch of paperwork. No, it was in the goddamn Complex article. We can see it wasn't as weird as people try to make it out to be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm defending him, fam, because people try to say it was weird. It wasn't weird. Okay, you got a pimp in charge. Him and his girl got into a domestic.
Yeah, dog.
You know what I'm saying? They try to make it sound weird, but nobody needs paperwork to be like, Baca, you got a weird case.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
But no one's going to like do the research to see what Baca did. They're going to be like, well, he got a weird case. Why is he around?
And let's normalize not making up hip hop rules as they go along, guys.
We're moving.
No, because these guys be like, well, you can't do this without this. Says who? Says you guys now because the battle? You know what I'm saying? Nobody was saying all that shit when the URLs were going on, KOTD, all these different places, freaking Nas and Jay. Nobody was like, you can't say this in a battle. These niggas, us Canadian niggas come out the blue and it's like, no, this can't. Shut the fuck up. You're making us look crazy. You're making us look like we're pussy. Like, yo, well, you guys, you know, I don't know about the way you guys battle, but in Canada, because then that's what they say about us.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it must be a Canadian thing, because I know in battles there's no hold bar.
We talk about your mama and everything.
Yeah.
It's called snapping.
So let's stop saying, oh, I don't know where they ever heard of rap battles. We need to do this and we need to do that. We ain't made up the culture. We ain't made up the rules. So let's stop saying what American culture need to be doing.
Okay, but do you remember when Drake did the interview with Elliot and when Pusha had mentioned something about 40's MS?
Yeah.
And then Drake was like, some people say there aren't rules, but there are rules to this.
No, there isn't. He was wrong then too.
Yeah.
What the hell? Guys be talking about smoking on people's mamas and shit, bro.
I know.
And so, because 40's my bro. But like, if the man talks about you in a track, it's all fair in love and war, bro.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, oh, well, wait a minute. Everything is cool until you did this. Yeah. Nah, bro. Stop it, fam.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Clean up your chest and just go back out to the fight, bro.
So
you know
that's okay. That, you know, you said something about me. I say something about you.
Yes.
We shake hands and
or not,
and
keep it moving.
Brush yourself
but
off.
Niggas will say shit. Yo, the man to say they're smoking on whatever. What's Gucci Mane's guy? What did he say?
Not Shorty Loke or Pookie Loke?
Pookie Loke. I'm smoking on Pookie Loke.
Yeah.
Guys actually died.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
So he said he sold out.
Yeah. And these guys are like, no, but wait a minute. Flag on the play. You're not allowed to do this in a battle. Says who?
It was a battle.
Guys in URL are saying worse right now while you guys are trying to throw flags on the play.
Yeah, you can't expect a politically correct rap battle.
Exactly. No. You know what I'm saying? That's why I could understand now why some of these guys down south be getting so pissed off, because they're like, yo, why do you keep on adding rules? Like, and who gave you the pass to add a rule?
Yeah.
And wait a minute, didn't it start over here? Wait a minute, now Canadian niggas is making rules, right? And I'm the Canadian saying this. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
but we got limits. We gotta draw the line somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got super sidetracked.
Yeah.
No, that's okay.
But salute to Kendrick Lamar, man. To be honest, I don't want to be a hater. I think the video's boring, man. But I'm not a big fan of just watching artistic videos and like some shit. I don't like videos, period, anymore. I kind of hate music videos.
What I will say though, Nokia, way better music video.
Yeah.
Yes.
And better song.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know, hey, they're gonna jump on us for that too. What do you mean? It's facts, fam.
Is it Keyz?
Mono Key is a bop, bro.
Yeah, I DJ'd like some award show for these university kids the other day. That song slaps. Nokia slaps.
Yeah.
Girls rock with it and dudes rock with it.
Yeah.
Luther, it's kind of like, okay, maybe if you're slowing things down, you're doing a slow dance.
Yeah.
But mostly like girls will rock with that song.
Yeah.
But dudes are not
See-
gonna like get hyped to that song.
He's trying to push a narrative on us that I kind of not liking.
What's the narrative?
That I'm boring.
Like Kendrick?
Yeah, he boring now. You hit me with some boring ass shit
Mm.
to make me feel like I'm supposed to listen to you right now when it's about to be summertime. Like he wants to slow us down.
No, man.
No,
Turn
I'm like,
up, bro.
Turn up time, right?
Yeah.
It's turn up time. He's trying to.
Yeah.
He's like, no, Kendrick says slow it down.
He's trying to put some melatonin in your ass.
No, man. I don't want to hear that right now. It's getting warm outside.
Yeah.
I just drove here with the windows
I
open.
want to hear.
I want to hear.
Is it Keisha?
Who's calling
Is
it? Who's calling us?
Who's calling my she? Who's calling my she?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
The boy's back.
I don't want to hear. If
Yeah.
That really sounds.
The song's good, but it's not. It's just not the time.
It's not the time.
Drop it like it's
Yeah.
So you try to follow up behind Drake's ass. You're really looking crazier.
Don't let this nigga drop another one like that, eh? He has some ones in the vault right now, that are leaking and they
Ooh,
took back Drake, and he's ready to hit some people with some slappers for the summer. If that happens, it's just gonna be just like back to normal again. It's not even gonna be like Drake's back. It's just gonna be like, okay, back to normal.
But that's how I need it to be. It needs to be back to normal because we gave this person an inch and he's taking the mile.
Oh shit!
But now you're not even running with the game like you supposed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You came with the one bop last summer.
Well, not like
Every
us.
Every summer, our guy comes with a bop.
Yeah.
A bop. But remember, I told you this all the time about Drake. Takes me 3 weeks. 3 weeks for his songs to get in it, like pause, to get into me. And then I become a straight freak. You get what I'm saying? Because it's just
Pause on that too.
not freak like.
Get into me and then turn into a freak.
Yeah, those.
Sorry, I turned
Come on, bro.
It sounds crazy, but like a freak in the.
I thought you were Caribbean.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta dress up your talk.
I know. Sorry, but I didn't mean it like that. Like I meant it like I start freaking out to the records, like because I'm like, yo, this shit's hard. You know what I mean? After a while, I get really into it because it's just he has that syndrome. So I'm just like, this guy now thinks he's just gonna creep up behind with this little lullaby song, bro. That put me to sleep.
I have a question. Do you feel like Kendrick right now is at his peak in terms of fame and popularity, or like around these times, like post Not Like Us?
This is the most popular that he's been in his career.
And
he probably can go a little bit more popular. You never know.
I think his popularity was because of his proximity with Drake in terms of the battle, but Drake's popularity was never based on Kendrick.
No.
And Kendrick established himself as a popular artist and successful artist pre-Drake.
Yeah.
But this newfound fame is because of the relation to Drake. So now he kind of has to keep that proximity and kind of mirror Drake to maintain that level of clout that he achieved from it. And the moment they separate, it's going to go back to normal. Like you said, Drake's just going to be dropping bangers all the time. Kendrick's going to have his niche audience and just going to be back to normal.
Yeah, he's going to need another bop to catch up to Drake.
Jay-Z and Nas. Drake's going to end up being Jay-Z.
That's
going to end up being Nas.
I've been thinking. That's what I've been thinking.
Yeah.
And that's what it looks like. That's what honestly it looks like.
It's still too early to see, but it's getting there. It's looking like that. You know
For
what I'm
the
saying?
purists, the hip hop purists, go with Kendrick.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. Go.
Nas.
Yeah, bro, that's the Nas.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? You want to pop some bottles, you want to
H to the Izzo. B to the
Keisha. Is it? Yo, that's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
You know
Who's
what I mean?
calling my phone.
Who's calling?
Who's calling this shit?
Who's calling my phone?
Who's calling this shit?
Well, listen, salute to Kendrick, because this is a Kendrick segment. You know what I'm saying? I know we talked about Drake a lot, but salute to Kendrick, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a freestyle that just dropped the other day. Mustafa, aka Mustafa the Poet, and Duvy on the radar. Did y'all see that? And obviously this Duvy's voice, but here we go.
A few blocks away, he just came home for some guns. You ain't doing nothing, then you legion.
Oh my God.
Y'all feeling this? Not feeling it? Be honest.
I'm not feeling it.
All right, because I was about to say I'll dive off the cliff because I'm not feeling it either.
Yeah, I mean we're listening to the same thing, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of weirded out because I know Duvy's not home and it is this guy in a.
And who's that?
And is he white under all
Is he
that?
trying to play Duvy?
You couldn't even get a black imposter.
That's an insult, Regin. This is insulting. Did he?
No, but did this actually happen? Because I'm like, is that even Duvy on the track?
I don't think so.
What would it be? AI?
No, I guess it's not. I guess they do have a feature, but like, it's just a weird feature.
But no.
And even like, isn't there like any kind of politics implications that are going on with this feature?
No.
Southside Jane and Finch, Regent Park, Halal Gang.
No. Why? They're that region. See, you're gonna make me talk things on the air, which I don't need to. But if you use your common fucking sense right now,
No Jumper Network.
I'm not doing the brick baby right now, and I'm not doing the loose cannon. All right?
Okay.
I'm not talking off of the lips. But if you do your math, there's a south side and there's a north side.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe that region side is not down with north side.
I know they're not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with south side. Connection has nothing to do with north side.
The enemy of my enemy is a friend.
Thank you. Because
so connections and region, two blood blocks, let's be real. Let's just say if they were blow banging colors.
Yeah.
That's where the connection is.
Yeah, I guess. No pun intended. But yeah. Yeah.
Where were the drums? All right, like you had
Duvy,
you had an acoustic track, okay, and shout out to Mustafa the Poe. He's a respected songwriter, and I never understood the appeal of his music. It never appealed to me. I never wanted to bump a freaking Mustafa the Poet track. I don't think, like, I feel like the music he writes for other people is better than his stuff. I think his voice is all right.
Yeah.
It never really translated or hit for me. You know what I'm saying?
I could understand where you're coming from.
But it's spoken word Toronto nigga shit. That's what it is. It's spoken word coming from a Muslim home and a Toronto setting.
But then you're talking about drilling and like, I don't know, there's just too much conflict. Like,
no. But you got to remember, his brother just got murdered.
Fair.
Right? So when there's a couple songs that are even dedicated to his brother, he's speaking the shit because he's coming from Regent Park. He's seen things you haven't seen. So he's expressing it through his spoken word of music.
No, I like that, but just make it good music. Like, I respect the story.
I don't think he's here
Have you ever, do you bump Mustafa the Poet? Who does? Who actually listens to his music?
No, I feel like it's like hairy armpit hippie chicks.
Or like hardcore Muslims who feel guilty about listening to worldly music. So they're like, let me listen to something that's kind of halal, even though music is haram.
Less haram. Just less haram.
Less haram.
I think it's not hitting maybe a total Toronto demographic, but let's go outside of this Toronto world, which you always have to. I bet you we go to somewhere in the Middle East, somewhere they're bumping him.
I don't think so.
Maybe.
As an Arab, I've never heard Mustafa the Poet anywhere. Shisha nowhere, fam.
Maybe.
You'll hear Carl Wolf before you hear Mustafa the Poet.
Cool, granted. But I'm saying, because I'm not fully there in that culture.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna assume you would be listening, like if there are people that don't really listen to hip hop, you just said it, right? That's where I would assume a young person would go.
Because like even like
I don't think so.
Like okay, for example, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, as a Turkish man, right? Like in a shisha club and stuff like that, I feel like there's more upbeat music.
You need drums.
Yeah, you need drums. Yeah, but there's difference.
And you're chilling, you're smoking your shisha. I feel like that shit would make you fall asleep respectfully while you're in a shisha.
Yeah,
lounge.
of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like listening to Mustafa.
And I get sad. I'm gonna get sad.
Yeah.
You know what? When I would bump Mustafa the Poet, if I ran a daycare and it was nap time and I wanted the kids to sleep, and I'd be like, "Yo, let's put on some Mustafa the Poet." It's calming music. You know what I'm saying?
I think he's
them. Chill. Don't get mad.
No, this is my opinion. Like I can say my opinion. I'm not hating. Nah, fam, I'm being so honest right now. And I'm not hating on him. I respect what he's accomplished as a songwriter, as a musician. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
But
it sounds offbeat. Spoken word.
Yeah, it's spoken wordish. I'm gonna leave it alone too, man. Because I hear what you're saying. It's cool. I rate it. It's just not my cup of tea neither.
But
it's not going to be.
Yeah.
But it shows that like everyone has a lane because there are people who are like, I love Mustafa the Poet's music. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to find your tribe, your lane.
And he's obviously doing well for himself too.
Of course.
It's not like we aren't feeling it and like he's struggling. Like, nah.
He has his own dance too, eh? He has his own dance.
Which one? The one there?
With his neck?
Yeah.
And by the way, comment gang, if there's a good Mustafa the Poet song that you're like, no, you haven't heard this one, comment it down below. I'm open to like hearing good music, you know, but everything I've heard from this guy has just been like mediocre, bro.
Drake co-signed him.
Drake co-signed a lot of people. Like, I don't know what that means anymore.
True.
There's those people that people will say is questionable that Drake has co-signed over the years.
But a lot of questions.
But listen, salute to Duvy, salute to Mustafa. Weird
salute
collabo.
to everyone.
Weird and like, come on.
Yeah.
Did you hear that offbeat?
Bro, it was not good, bro. Like all of us heard it and we all felt the same way.
Yeah, it was a miss. It was a miss. Can we get to our boy Justin?
Ooh,
Biebs? The Biebs.
Ah, bro.
They're saying he's crashing, man.
No, he's not.
Money.
Get out of here, bro. Okay. Get out of here, money.
Money.
All you care about, money. All you care about, guys, is money. You don't care about people. Only money. Only money. No people. You don't care about human beings. Go. Go. Go.
Yo, look at his shoes.
Those Crocs?
I don't know if those are Crocs or some kind of hybrid.
Yeah, they're hybrid Crocs. Make him look like an elf.
Hope you're enjoying the video. Do me a quick favor while you're here and smash that like button so we can break the algorithm. And join the comment gang and subscribe. It's free.
Is he okay?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he's okay.
Yeah, he is, but he's not. He needs to come home. Blink twice. It's time for him to come home.
Yeah, he's
Reset.
stuck in Hollywood. Well, not stuck in Hollywood, but he's been living in Hollywood for a long time. There's a lot of videos on Justin Bieber online right now, like saying that he's not in a good mental health state right now. Like all his Instagram posts are weird. You know, he seems like like his clothing and his look just looks weird and disheveled. I don't know if I feel like he just might be lashing out. He's very young.
Yeah, but like I said, he needs to come home and reset because those people in Hollywood are a mafia. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like they've sucked the energy out of him. Meanwhile, when they were putting it in him, knowing they were going to suck this energy back out of him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen him the other day. I'm like, how are you going to, when I heard him singing as a kid, playing the guitar, I was like, how are you going to see this kid and just start touching him?
Pause.
Pause. But like, how would you just see this kid, this talented kid, and be an exec and be like, no, let's fiddle with this kid?
You know why? Because I feel like they're attracted to innocence. And I feel like he was so like full of life and like youth and like potential and like hope.
Yeah.
And it's almost like they're like vampires. Like they're like energy vampires.
Yeah, they suck the life out of you.
Yeah.
They put it in you to
take the youth out of him.
Yeah.
Because he even though he went through a lot, I'm not trying to discredit that, he is in a blessed position. So like you would think by now you're used to paparazzi, and you should also have empathy that these guys are doing it for money because they need money because we live in a capitalistic society. You need work, you need a job. How are you hating on them? You should just be respectful. Obviously, it didn't seem like they were being that intrusive. They weren't like, Justin, what's going on with sleep? They were just standing there getting Bieber walking into a coffee shop.
Guys. We also don't know what was on before the camera went on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There's a think about it like this. He's thinking, bro, I haven't even dropped the album in so long.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? You get what I'm saying?
He's Justin Bieber. He's news.
What are you doing here?
He'll never
getting a coffee.
Him.
Oh, him. Why are the paparazzi?
I haven't dropped nothing. I should not be important to you.
No, because you're famous, bro.
Okay.
We need to know what.
But now my
you're doing.
wife is being. Now there's rumors about my wife being this person who's here to take from me.
Really?
Yeah, that's the rumor.
Haley Bieber?
They're saying that she plotted to marry him the whole time.
Thank you.
Like a big conspiracy to marry him.
For what though?
Nah.
She doesn't need his money.
Thank you.
She's from wealth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But she's supposedly that's what they pushed on him. You understand?
Oh, you can tell. Yeah.
No, but it's not true. He really loves her. That's his thing.
I don't think I feel like it was one of those like arranged marriages, but Hollywood version, where it's like, we got a great girl for you, Haley. She's a Baldwin,
and
you're Justin Bieber. She's from Canada. No,
she's from Canada.
No.
She's not from Canada.
No. Speaking of her though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I know we're a hip hop podcast, so I'm gonna bring it back to hip hop.
Yeah.
Because Drake jumped into the comments of one of his things.
Yeah.
And because he was saying like, "Yo, DM me if you want to do a collabo," right? And Drake jumped in the comments and said, "I DM'd you. You never responded."
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, I think Justin tried to spin him again. Like, yeah, DM me again. I don't know how we continue our forget. What up with that? Why don't they want to? Why doesn't Drake want to work, or Justin want to work with Drake?
I'm sure he would want to work with him. I'm sure he's constantly making music, but I just don't think he wants to be like front facing. Because if he releases a song with Drake, it's gonna be everywhere, billboards. He might get even more scrutiny or more paparazzi attention than he's already getting just by being alive.
Yeah.
So I think he really is trying to like remove himself from the spotlight.
Do you know he's at war with the music industry right now as we speak?
Like legally?
Yeah.
With what? Like his music? Ownership?
Same thing Michael was doing before he died.
What, buying his
same
masters?
thing they were
He
doing.
did buy his masters though.
Yeah. So the same thing that's happening to that.
Or he sold his masters, I mean. Yeah.
Same thing that was happening to Michael is happening to Bieber. So anytime you fight out against Hollywood, they start doing these extracurricular things to you. I didn't drop an album in the last 2 to 3 years, but you guys are here taking pictures of me right now. Every minute I turn around, there's a tabloid about my family. All right? There's things that are probably affecting him in his mind that aren't like they're making up to get him to come back because he doesn't want to be there. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I'm saying for him to leave Hollywood, that means pack your shit, get on a flight, Air Canada, sit your ass back here and
come back home.
Come back home.
Yeah.
You got to reset where things are a little bit more normal. With me and you see Justin Bieber walking down the street, we'd be like, was that Bieber?
Yeah.
And be like, oh yeah, that was Bieber.
I might ask him for a bogey.
Yeah.
That type of shit.
You know?
He'd be like, fuck, bro.
See if he needs any weed.
Yeah. Like that is what we are as Canadians.
Yeah.
We don't give a shit. We're not going to be outside Tim Hortons if he goes for a coffee, bro.
No, we treat him like a normal person.
He is one.
Maybe.
No, like fam,
Maybe
us, we would
Friday
treat him
season.
normal, but like girls are obviously gonna freak out.
He's not gonna just be able to walk down the road, man.
No,
Like,
he'll get
Drake,
swarmed.
Drake can't walk down the road. Justin can't walk down the road. Canada or not, you know what I'm saying? Like
I hear
saying,
you. I hear you.
We're normal. We're not gonna
I
be
hear
like
you.
Justin.
Exactly.
But little Jamie, she might knock his ass over.
But that doesn't mean no, Jamie can do that because it's an actual fan. It's the people that they're sending to him.
There won't be as much paparazzi. That's for
Thank
sure.
you.
So you're saying the industry is like planting these paparazzis,
yes,
just to mess with Bieber. It's not like these are like independent journalists just trying to get. It's like, nah, set it up here. He's gonna be at this coffee shop. Stay here, and then Bieber gets paro, and he's
then he turns on his phone and there's a tweet about his wife.
Yeah,
I don't know where to twist it, but if you watch the latest Candace Owens right episode about Justin, she breaks it down in such a scientifical way that bro, it's scary what they're doing to this guy right now.
Yeah, she put the correlations between what happened to Michael Jackson
to him,
to what happened to him.
Exactly, and I'm seeing the same thing. So I'm kind of like, bro, get away from Hollywood. From the minute you leave Hollywood, you would actually now know, okay, they're following me. I'm here in Canada now. All of a sudden, I go to Tim.
Yeah.
Like you would just know now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little thing of like, it's even like with Princess Diana when she was going through her breakup with
with Prince Charles. Yeah,
right. Then all of a sudden, boom, she goes through a tunnel. Boom, she's dead.
Yeah,
it's like they did it, but before that, they were slandering her name through the mud in the choir. Like, you got to see what they do to you before you kill yourself, or they kill you.
You see, the thing is, with Justin, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna make him look crazy when you're like, get off of me. But any of us would want that. Like, get off of me, bro. Like, you're following me 24/7. You know, any one of us would have had that same reaction.
And I haven't done nothing all year.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't tell her like, yo, get off of me. Why are you guys following me all the time,
Okay,
bro?
maybe like when I first got famous and I'm adjusting to like the lack of privacy, okay, I'm gonna have those outbursts. After like years and realizing this is part of my career, I would try to be respectful. I would try to ignore it. I would just, like, how does Leonardo DiCaprio deal with it? He just keeps moving forward, has his shades on, tries to look his best so they get a good shot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to accept certain things that come with the game. You think you're just going to make hundreds or tens of millions of dollars and there's not going to be some downside? Like, the privacy thing is something you have to give up if you're Bieber.
Yeah.
And maybe you don't want to give it up.
You're right. Because Kanye does the same shit too. Like, they'll be like, yo, stop filming me. It's like, fam, you're hella famous.
You're
fam.
Kanye West.
Like, you're walking down the street right now. We have to document it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you bump into a pole or some shit like that, we catching that. Yeah.
But those kind of guys, I feel like they're actually calling, setting it up, whatever. Because,
that happens too.
Right? Because he's making sure you see Bianca naked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. You think really Justin wanted you to see him in lime green checkered flipping socks and some lime green Crocs? You know what I mean? High tops with his shirt halfway off. Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
But
like,
if you're Biebs, right? Like, you have to understand that, like, if you really wanted a coffee, send someone there. You know that, like, if you're going out, you're going to get approached.
No, because right now Hollywood is assassinating me. This is my keeper. I can't even trust him. I've had to clear my set so many times. I had a little twist around me. I've had so many different people around me. I cannot trust you going to get my coffee. Fuck that.
Put something in my coffee.
Next thing you know, my skin falls off.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, Justin had an overdose. That's why he's been acting loopy. His blunts are burning sideways because he's smoking crack. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, like, he is thinking like really, like,
he's like, power. That's how Michael Jackson was near the end too. It's like, my doctor,
I'm telling you, I can read the guy. I'm like, yo, blink twice, bro.
Let me get my own food. I don't want you touching my food.
Don't touch
for
my
me.
thing.
Yeah.
And yo, stop coming around me. I haven't dropped music in years. What are you doing here? Selena Gomez is down the street.
Yeah, we're going over there too.
We're going over there. But you missed her. You missed her now because you guys were so focused on me. Or the real paparazzi guys are really by Gomez, and the Hollywood senders, the people, the mafia that's sending their guys to get me off the road, to get me off of those are just the puppets.
Yeah.
Then maybe that's what he can see. He's like, that's not Leo, who's the normal photographer around these.
You're not from TMZ.
That from Palm Beach that I see on every like, they know them after a while. They'll be like, hey, Fred. He'll be like, hey. You know what I mean? Yeah, pose for me. He'll be like, you know, because you know that one. I think I would start looking around and be like, bro, I've been doing this for so many years.
I've never seen you.
I've never seen you.
Yeah.
Now, how'd you guys get that picture of me and my wife sitting in my pool? I wonder. It's the guy that I've never seen before that normally can talk to me, and I would give him the picture.
Yeah.
This guy's sneaking them. It's freaking me out right there. Now and again, you guys are saying that this woman has been sent to me to ruin my life. Bro, Justin's going to be moving.
I think Bieber is responding to all this by trying to return to normalcy by let me walk to a coffee shop in my shorts looking crazy.
Yeah.
But like, you can't undo everything that led to your success in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can't unfamous yourself.
I don't care if you haven't made music in 10 years. There are hundreds of podcasts that want to interview Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
If a journalist seen Justin Bieber, they might ask a 1-2 question because that's what they would want to do. So maybe he's like, okay, I'm going to try to be normal because all this stuff is messing with me. And once you start to be hyper aware, it's like, I feel like everything he thinks is like a conspiracy against him. He's probably like, well, how do I know you're not one of them? Or like, how do I know this coffee is, or yo, I just got a message. Like, and now you start to just actually go crazy.
No, you are going crazy.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. They have done, it's a mafia, and it's the MK Ultra. What they're doing, what they're doing to him, guys. Come on, bro. It's a real thing that they're doing to the youth.
Hold on. I feel like I missed the sound effect.
Yeah.
Right there. MK Ultra?
Yeah.
Wait, you think he's currently in MK Ultra or like he snapped out of it?
They didn't even have to do that. They already had him. When I told you they were pumping the energy into him to withdraw it, it's what was it? It's like an adrenaline. So he was a little kid. Let's boost his head with the most of everything. Like you're
women, food,
you're confident, you're everything.
Clothes, riches.
Now we're gonna just slowly suck it out of you. We're gonna introduce you to some cocaine. We're gonna introduce you to things that you weren't gonna do if you were probably still here in Canada in your little small town.
He probably would have.
He would have been doing super. But I'm saying it's just the fact of now I'm gonna introduce you to these things step by step. They started introducing it to him. They're like, he was hooked to it. for 2 years with little twists.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get him some caretakers again, clean him up a little bit. Oh, now he's into God. Ooh,
There's money in God.
There's money in God. But that's the first thing they'll say when you're going crazy. You turn to God.
Mhm.
So now he's so Bible toking. He's crazy. He must be off his rocker.
Yeah.
So now I'm sitting there manipulating. I'm Hollywood. I'm not the top. There's that guy sitting there sinisterly, like, get him today. I'm sitting there like, okay, this is how we're gonna attack him now.
Mm.
Send the paparazzi. Let them drive him mad.
Yeah.
Right? So it's an MK Ultra. It's the mind control of what they're doing to this kid. You know what I'm saying? That's now a man. That's been violated.
But do you think they're trying to get rid of him, or do you think they're just trying to like break him down?
No, I'm breaking you down because you're not my slave no more. You're fighting me.
So why not just off him? Why not just assassinate him? If you're like the powers that be and you're trying to get rid of Bieber.
I've written this down. No, because they probably they know you've written this down on a piece of paper. If it's just like what's his name, the Backstreet Boys or his brother
Jesse. No, not
Justin Timberlake.
The
Jesse
next one,
McCartney?
the next
No.
kid,
Oh, Nick Carter.
Nick Carter.
Nick Carter.
He was telling us they're coming for him.
Yeah.
Right?
Then he died.
And I think he also had AIDS, I think.
No,
Or that's what they said. No, I'm thinking of someone else.
That's Charlie Sheen.
No, I'm thinking about a next teen, so whatever.
But okay, granted, but I'm saying they attack you in such a way, your mind, they know what they're doing. They've already put this energy into you. They controlled you already, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like now, okay, we had you from a kid. Puffy touched you. Usher touched you. Listen, you know what I'm saying? Allegedly. Now you're a man. But those things happen. So, and you haven't got help for it. Because they've been putting you through the system of just keep going. Now you've got to slow down. You've made all this money. And we can't even take it from you now because it's yours.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're going to take from you? Your mind.
Your manhood, your mind.
We're gonna touch you where it really counts, bro. Pause. Money, yeah, but pause. Not me.
Like literally though, that's what they did.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch you where it really counts, bro. And then we'll go from there, bro. So you haven't made music in how many years? What am I gonna do to you? I'm either gonna get you back in the game, or I'm gonna make you run. I'm gonna make you kill yourself.
Oh, so you think they just want him to make music, but he's kind of refusing to comply because he's like, I'm not making money for you guys after you traumatize me.
And he still has issues with Scooter Braun and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
Really?
Yeah.
And think about this: Scooter Braun and Drake.
Small cap.
What are they? Wasn't he a manager for Drake at one point?
No, not that I know of, but I know he was what's her name's manager, Taylor Swift.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Oh, Chubbs and Scooter Braun be chilling on the beach.
I didn't know that. Yeah, that needs sound effects.
They be chilling. It's a close connection. So I'm Justin Biebs. I'm not talking to flipping Drake neither.
And there's other reasons, but we won't get into because I don't want to spend too long on Justin. But,
yeah.
You know, there is the whole Hailey Bieber connection.
You might see him in your DM later.
You know, there was a legend that Drake smashed Hailey back in the days and whatever, or was trying to or whatever.
Yes, so, I heard that too.
You know what I'm saying? So who knows? That was just a bunch of allegations.
And then the weekend with Selena.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be tight.
Canadian boys, bro. We know how to pick them. You know?
Yeah, we don't stick together.
We don't, man. I guess
they're Eskimo brothers, but
yeah,
not Eskimo brothers with a bond.
No, they're like, no, fam, you stole my girl.
Yeah, you're done. She knows my tingling is bigger than your tingling.
Yeah, she's seen both of them.
Yeah, she's seen both of them.
Right. But salute to Justin Bieber. You know, hopefully, you know, keep your mental health intact. You know, where I don't think he's crazy, but salute to him.
Yeah.
Couple more things here. I'm gonna skip some of these topics because we're running a little long here.
Where?
Push Keyz. Yeah, we're at about 217 here.
Jeez.
Push Keyz arrested.
I did see that.
Yeah, he got arrested. This actually happened a while back, a few days ago. Like I think on the 2nd, from what they're saying.
Related offenses. 6 Sounds. Orton Park rapper Push Keyz was arrested and is facing firearm and drugs-related offenses after attempted to flee from the police in Whitby. Now, this incident happened on April 4th, 2025.
April 4th.
At approximately 2:10 a.m., officers from the Central West Division were conducting a proactive patrols in the area of Paisley Court and Consumers Drive when they attempted to initiate a traffic stop. Now, what was the reason behind the traffic stop? Were they driving a stoley? Was the car not legit? I'm not sure, but they can't just pull you over without a reason, right? But according to the report, the vehicle failed to stop and collided with a police cruiser before the 3 occupants fled on foot. Following a foot pursuit, 2 of the suspects were apprehended a short distance from the scene and taken into custody. During a search of the suspect, a loaded firearm with an overcapacity magazine was located, along with additional ammunition and magazine. One of the male suspects was also wearing a body armor vest when taken into custody. A quantity of drugs and Canadian currency was also seized. Now, I don't know what they were out there doing at 2 a.m.
All right, so basically they were in Oshawa, driving around 2 a.m. Cops tried to pull them over for whatever reason. They tried to, I guess, evade the cops a little bit, allegedly, and they hit another cop car. Got out on foot and got caught. And Push Keyz, I feel like he just came home not too long ago.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Push. I interviewed him. I made a track with him in B3. Like, I helped produce it.
Like, recently?
Like, maybe, like, within the last year, yeah. Like, I just did the keys. And then, like, I sent B3 my loop. And, yo, man, he's a good rapper.
Yeah.
And, like, I've spoken to him. And, like, obviously, everyone gets into certain lifestyles, whatever. But, like, and I'm not gonna say he's a good kid, like in that sense, but like, you know, like I've spoken to him and like he's a cool guy, you know what I'm saying? A lot of potential. I could tell that he wants to take the music seriously, but like you know, like music doesn't really pay that much. So like you might have to resort to other means. I don't know. But I think because they were alleged to have things in the car, it might have been a good decision to flee. Because now the ownership of like, or like the responsibility of certain things, they can't really pin. They can't be like, this is your strap. This is your, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, okay, like we just interrupted the process or like interference. What's it called when like obstructing a police officer or whatever? Like,
yeah. Well, I don't know. That's if they have a really good lawyer. It just kind of sucks because like I asked if he was, I didn't even need to ask because he just dealt with some legal issues before. The more that you get, the harder it is to get out of them. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, okay, this is his first time charge or whatever, he'll be home just now. Like if he gets convicted of any firearms charges, bro, he's out of here for like 5 years at least.
Man was wearing, there was a certain man wearing a vest. That's
body armor.
That's
they don't play about that.
They want to know how the hell you got that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That extra magazine. They want to know how the hell you got that.
Overcapacity.
Right? Now they're gonna sit your ass down for a bit. They're gonna go over the barrel. They're gonna go over the, you know what I mean? They're gonna see where this has been involved in, if it's been involved in anything, if it's not dirty or if it's not clean as.
Yeah.
That's where you're kind of like, oh, yo, I remember when Speggy gave me this. You know what I'm saying? Like, did he? Oh, you're sitting there shitting bricks. Okay, cool. You got to go through that. I'm telling you this, they shouldn't have got out on foot and ran. They should have kept continuing in the car because there's a rule with a high-speed chase. If it's getting too vicious.
And if it gets too dangerous,
If it's getting too dangerous, they have to let you go. Those guys could have got away. I've seen man boogie on police. Okay? Boogie. Hit pole. Swing around, sparks flying from under the car. Police have to stop.
Yeah, if it starts getting into too much of a dangerous situation, they literally have to be like, we can't do this.
I know. I thought that was always the case with motorcyclists, like where it's like, okay, they're going a certain speed. Police, you're not allowed to
can't
chase
pass that speed. Yeah,
but like with cars, I feel like, and I don't know. I've seen so many like news reports of like helicopters just following the car, so it's like it is hard to really evade and get
but that's
out of it.
Toronto has the 2 choppers right now.
We just got them.
Right, we just got them. That. I seen that floating around my neighborhood just the other day when there was a shooting and everybody that was around. They caught some dudes. You know what I mean? Then when they showed you it, you could see them in the night vision. Cool. But a place like Whitby, Durham, you're not supposed to be driving around there at 2 a.m.
Driving while black? You're crazy.
You're crazy. Those roads are empty.
Yeah.
I used to live out there, bro. I'm home by a certain time.
Yeah. Because you're literally driving through farms. And
shit. And if I had to stay, if I was in Toronto and I'm like, yo, it's 3 a.m, 3:30, I just stayed. I got by 6 o'clock in the morning when it's sunrise, I started making my move back down those ways. I'm not scared to drive. I'm not scared. My shit's correct. But there's this security sense of like driving in those places and you could have something on you that, you know, for your own protection, just in your own lifestyle that you live, dog, just the world we live in, you know, you could get stopped, bro. And there goes your day, there goes your years. That's your life in those type of places. So I can't give them brownie points for being down there at those times, bro, because as a youth that's doing what they're doing and having that type of armory and money on you, you shouldn't be out there. Let's be real, bro. Whitby.
But I wonder what the traffic stop was for. Was it speeding? Was it reading the plates? Was it like targeted where they're like doing an investigation?
Fam. DWB, driving while black, bro.
2 o'clock in the morning.
They're going to figure it out. They'll find something to say, oh, did it be this?
I see 3 black men in a car, 2 in the front, 1 in the back. Let's pull them over, bro. What are they doing?
But they're going to give a reason. Like they'll say, I've seen a swerve or something like that.
Party around here. There was a call.
Something.
There's a call about a car like this.
But the reason why is because like what Dusty just said. They see 4 black men, 3 black men in a car. Listen, this is why I can't be a cop. Because my corrupt brain is going to be like, and my brain not only being corrupt, but I have my own stereotypes and all these things that you shouldn't have when you're a cop. Is going to make me say, black man in a car, I'm pulling his ass over. There's a gun in there somewhere.
And unfortunately, in this instance, the police officer was correct.
So right.
Like very correct. Like
we don't
allegedly.
Know, allegedly.
But
because,
like the profiling. But my whole thing is, okay, let's say hypothetically, say they accepted.
Of course they're right. They ran.
Yeah.
Well, the moment that happened, okay, say they accepted the pullover. There's a chance that they could have got pulled over and not searched because it is illegal to search without a warrant or some type of like,
probable cause.
Even if they had probable cause, like the way they go about it is so like specific that it'll just get thrown out. There's misconduct.
Yeah, for illegal search and
who's
seizure.
driving? If you're, I don't care. I'll be real. Been stopped. I have a proper license. I'm stopping.
Yeah,
and I'd be like,
same.
Same. I've been like, what the fuck, man? Them shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. I got this. I got this. Oh, you look. Remember, when I went to London, even they thought we were in there with flipping an AR-15, and stopped me on my way home like it was a real thing, like 20 lights, bro.
Yeah, but if you have all your paperwork together, you should be fine.
Thank you.
As long as there's no smoke smell in the car, whatever, you should be fine.
So what beats me is when you're in these situations and you could be a little bit illegal, but you're still legal on the terms of what I'm doing at this time. Like I have a car, it's in my name. I have my license, it's proper. I got my insurance, it's proper. I could have a semi-automatic on me. Maybe not licensed, but you have no reason to search this car right now. Even if I made an illegal left turn, bro.
That's probably why they ran, because whoever was driving didn't probably have the right paperwork.
Didn't have it, bro. Or it's a girl's car, someone else's name. Doesn't fit. Hold on, let's see if this is really Kendra. Now let's see if this is Kendra. No, and then who's driving Kendra's car is like, I don't even have a G1, my guy.
Yeah.
Does not look like a Kendra either.
One.
That's
definitely not.
I don't even have a G1 because if I had a license, but you might be getting your boy in trouble though. If you do the right thing and stop, you might be getting one of the men in trouble though.
No, but at least there's a chance that you can talk your way out of the situation.
Yeah.
But like if you run, then you look guilty.
And you may not have nothing on you as the driver. They're not talking to my passenger or the person in the back.
Talking to the driver.
The person in the back could be like silent.
Yeah.
Or answer the questions that need to be answered and shut up.
Yeah.
Right? Who are you? I'm this. Okay, cool. Who are you? Okay, cool. Shut up now.
Yeah.
They talk to the driver the whole time. You could get away with murder.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
I have a question. Let's say, let's do like a thought experiment where it's like you get pulled over in this situation. Oh, can I just see your driver's license? You send it.
Yeah.
Got any guns in the car? Any drugs? Any guns?
No.
No, you sure?
I'm sure.
Yeah? You'd be all right if we checked it?
Go ahead.
But then what if you actually...
Check what? What?
Search the vehicle.
No.
No, obviously, because
why not? You said you didn't have anything.
I have nothing. I have nothing.
Yeah, but do you have a warrant to search my vehicle?
Does it matter? Do you have guns or not?
I don't have guns, but like, what am I
Do
being
you have
pulled
anything?
over for?
Do you have any Kofi?
No, I don't.
Well, then get the hell out the car and let them search it. Because now I'm going to be the one.
No, but that's if I don't have
Yeah,
any.
but what if in this situation they did have it, allegedly?
I'm going to be real.
You can't search my car.
You can't search my car.
You need a warrant.
Wait, so
but
you
now
would
I
say
know
that?
you have something. But now I know you have
I know.
something.
Now it's like, okay, suspicion. Okay. 1 second.
So let me call the dogs.
Yeah.
We're just gonna I call K9. We could have avoided it. And I've seen man have direct things on them and kind of could avoid it. You know, because you get sat over on the curb. And you'd be like, yo, they didn't even search me. They didn't search me either. They didn't have us handcuffed. They just sit you onto the curb.
That's
then they
if.
search your car. That's an if because of your record, who you are. When they write up your name, you're not an offensive.
If I get pulled over, me personally,
5 more are coming in.
5 more are coming in, 1 and 2. Like they're not gonna even if I say I don't have anything in the car, they're gonna be like, all right, we're searching.
Yeah.
And then they will execute an illegal search and arrest you.
No, they have to do a legal one though.
No, bro, because you could still get arrested.
Yes.
And then like it just gets thrown out after, but like you still got arrested.
You sat in there for 6 months trying to fight a fucking thing that you had no clue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog.
And then I was also thinking, say you're in that situation and they ask you, do you have any guns or drugs? And you say, I don't answer any questions. You also look guilty when you say that too.
Yes. And you also look like you've been here before. Like how you know to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're not a criminal, then you shouldn't know to be like, hey, I'm not saying nothing.
But
you should just be like,
that's the thing. They know who to do that with.
Yeah.
Once they take your license and they go back to the car,
they know exactly what you're
They're like, red alert, ding, 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 ding. This guy know the whole them things. Okay.
Yeah, that's what
Let's
pops
see
up
if
on
he
my
got
shit.
a thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. You want to go home early today, Zora? Yeah. All right, let's see. You know what I mean? Let's take a chance.
One of my lawyers said, whenever you're in that situation, call your lawyer and just have your lawyer talk to, like, you don't even have to answer yes, no, I don't know, no, like, you literally, your lawyer will just protect you in that situation. But now, like, their eyes are going to be on you because, like, he probably has a strap because he wasn't really complying with our simple request of asking if he had a strap.
But let's be real. How about this? To avoid even any of that at any time in your life, even if you are a holder, know when and where to carry it. And how.
Time and place, yeah.
Time and place, brother. You're driving around at 2:30 in the flipping morning in Whitby with a firearm, money, and a bulletproof vest. You are begging to go to jail that night.
That's facts.
You're better off being in rush hour traffic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You fit way more in. Yo, bro.
You're not getting stopped.
Yo, bro. Man, them had were organized back in the day. We actually did like a 9-to-5 job. I'd be up with the real working people. And by the time 5, 6, 7 o'clock, bro, I'm sitting down, chilling.
Yeah.
Chilling.
Treated
I'm
like a
off
shift.
road. When it's a long weekend, you don't get on road. When it's the end of the month, you don't get on road.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You might have to make some of these people come see you. You feel me? Because end of the month, they crack down. They're out on the road a little bit more.
Yeah.
They want to catch you.
They gotta meet their quotas. That they said they don't try to meet. Yeah.
Thank you, dog.
Yeah.
So you could just be the luck of the draw that day, bro. You've done this a million times at this time, but just that one day.
Yeah.
That's all it takes. So I would prefer to say to a young man, yo, bro, you really need the dog to go and, you know what I'm saying, to organize what you're doing today.
Well, listen, I'm not trying to put these guys in anything, but who knows what they were out there doing either, right? They might not have been out there just trying to make a little chizzy or something. They might have been out there trying to spin.
Do genocide. And then they got called on them.
But it could be anything. Like they could be like just fresh off a McDonald's run because they got turned. What if they were drinking and maybe that's why they ran? They didn't want to catch a DUI.
But you deserve to go to jail then, but because you shouldn't be having to roll in Whitby with a flipping semi-automatic and a bulletproof vest. Let's be real, bro.
And drinking.
Allegedly, we don't know.
Cash on you. What do you want?
No, we're just speculating. We don't even know.
So I want to see this. This is what I seen. When I heard the story, I'm like, so these niggas wake up in the morning from whatever corner they were in and bring their whole life with them.
Perhaps. A lot of men do that. They wear their chains. They wear their best fits.
You get what I'm saying? You're bringing your whole life
your
with
assets.
you. That sounded like their whole life was in that car, bro.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? The smartness to what I'm trying to get across here. Like, I know I'm a man that carries. I know I'm a man that I'm not coming outside with something like that, bro, at 2:30 in the night.
Yeah, the time is off. Like it's not like it was like a 9 o'clock in the afternoon. It's just the lateness. It's just like you guys are crashing out.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. You're gonna get caught, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you're up to no good.
Yeah.
Fam, I'm not saying he's up to no good, but I can't say free you when you're doing certain things that can't free you.
Yeah, you got to take some kind of accountability.
You got to take some type. That's what I'm saying. It's not and that's on us too, eh?
Yeah.
We got to stop saying freedom to certain mans that had it, and you just went and just made that clownery move. Come on, bro. Let's do something smart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like go to the mechanic with all that money you got caught with. You could have came to a mechanic and been like, build me a little stash box, please. And I could press it.
Yeah.
You getting caught with it right on you, dog. Come on.
I don't know, man. The YNs ain't thinking ahead like that these days, bro. That's old school shit.
Yeah, but they don't respect. You know what? Also, they don't respect the gangster. They don't respect the It's like the adrenaline rush of robber versus cop. You do your job, I do mine. So they're doing their job. Their thing is to catch you. Your thing is to elude them. Stay away.
Yeah.
Do a better job, my nigga.
Yeah.
Do a better job.
Yeah. No, salute to Push Keyz.
No,
man.
salute, man.
And
Hope
listen,
he's okay.
hopefully he can get through this. And a
Salute.
lot of this stuff is just not on him. Closing it.
No new rules coming into play. You get caught with a gun. What? Life?
That's
10 years, I think.
That's if Polyev gets in charge.
3-strike
but I'm
rule,
saying.
too.
And to be honest, right now he's like 36% in the
I don't think
polls.
he's gonna win.
Carney's at like 47%.
I know.
Like everybody been like, yo, Polyev, we ain't getting Polyev.
I like Polyev, but I
Wow.
feel like the powers that be want Carney. Carney is just a way better option for them. He fits their agenda. He has the same values.
And the people want Carney. So that whole 10 years thing, it might be a minute before you ever see anything like that. But salute to Push Keyz.
Salute.
I'm gonna do one more story over here because I'm gonna skip a couple of these here, right?
It's like a Lord of the Rings movie. We're almost at 3 hours.
I know, right?
Let's do this.
Okay, I'm gonna skip this Jersey Shore Toronto, right? And salute
they're
to
coming. They're reaching.
they're doing a Jersey Shore Toronto remake. They're trying to do that.
Yo,
It's probably just gonna be a bunch of Vaughn Italians
Sorry.
being like, "Hey,"
no. But it probably won't even be Italian.
maybe
Probably
not.
other people.
Maybe Afghan.
Yeah,
you see
you'll
some
see
Afghan
some
dude with like a
different
faux hawk.
Yeah.
That,
Should I audition?
They're Genos.
Yeah,
I
should
think
I-
they're Genos.
Yeah, should I
But-
audition?
But just this, yeah, maybe. But I just
Maybe.
wanted
He's
to
like,
make
don't do
that
it.
quick announcement. Jersey Shore is popping up just now. I got one more story for us, and I think this is the one that we can go
They
out
should
with.
call it Toronto Shore
I don't know.
Lakeshore.
or Lakeshore.
Lakeshore sounds way better than Jersey Shore. What's Jersey
What's
about our
Jersey?
shore?
What's Jersey about our shore?
Listen, to even be honest, I'm seeing it on Six Buzz and a few different social media platforms. Who knows if there's like any concrete validity to it either. So let's not even spend too much time on it. Okay. Old head prisoners walk away from the jail.
What do you mean?
So 2 prisoners walked away from, and Gravenhurst.
Yes, I heard this.
Okay, these 2 old heads right here.
Oh,
There's a full article on it here. Oh, do I need to sign in?
type of guys that had breakout, ask you for $1 and you'd give it to them. I just see these guys.
Yeah. But these 2 gentlemen here, one of them is accused of murder. One of them is accused of, I forget exactly what he's accused of. I need to sign into this account so we can see what I'm going. Where the hell am I going to see this here? Let's go through Facebook.
By the way, all these like Canadian news publications that try to make man subscribe just to see their articles, like when did that become a thing? Everyone does it. The Star, National Post.
Yeah.
Like,
they're trying
give
to
us
get
the
50 cents a week or something for this shit.
Bro, it's so whack.
So, okay. On February 19th, during the 6:30 inmate count, 2 staff members, the Beaver Creek Institution in Gravenhurst, so Beaver Creek, my bad, discovered that 2 inmates were missing from the unit. Jay Sador, who was serving an indeterminate sentence for first-degree M, and Michael Karras, who's serving 15 years sentence after robbing 4 banks in Toronto and Waterloo with a fake
Firearm.
pow.
That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick.
It's not likely that they jumped the fence. They just went unaccounted for in the evening count. Michael Schrader, the Regional Communications Correction Officer of Canada, told Aurelia Matters the inmates would have to complete their school and their work. There are lower risk in the community and low risk to escape. But of course, you can't always predict that. So I don't want to go over this whole thing, but basically these 2 guys, they walked away from Beaver Creek. Right?
That's an option? Is there like an empty path or something? Like,
here's the thing. I've never been to Creek, right? Thank God. Even though it's minimum security. But I've been to a place called Frontenac Institution, which is also minimum security in Kingston. There's no fence. It's minimum.
So any man could just walk out, technically.
You can just walk out. One man walked out. I told this on this podcast before. They caught him right away. Like the boy them just drove up behind right next to him and were like, where are you going? Right?
It's like, I'm getting out of here, dude.
But he was trying to get caught.
Yeah.
But if, like, even with Frontenac, like, there was lakes that people used to go on the lake, go far down on the lake, and then go to the liquor store and do all kind of wild shit. This is way before I got there. This is like back in the days when security was lower. So there's already been a lax security, and I understand it is minimum, but bro, they've made it so easy that, like, if you really have the balls, just try a thing.
Come on to that.
Yes, and you don't have to be like jumping over barbed wire and running from
Digging
dogs.
holes through your jail cell.
No,
Prison
fam.
break.
You just have to find a good opportunity when they're doing their rounds or whatever, and if you can slip past when the car's coming in through the gate or whatever, just walk.
I mean, that kind of delegitimizes our entire prison system, because if it's that easy and accessible, it kind of makes us look like we're not serious.
Keep in mind, this is minimum. Minimum means now this guy, even though one of the guys are in there for an M, he's gone down into security over the years. He started off at Max. They're all, they're two old men. So he started off in Max once upon a time when he was younger. And then over the years, he went to medium, spent years and years in medium, and now he's old and not a problem, not an escape risk.
Yeah, right.
Quotation fingers. Put him in minimum now. And then, now I'm gone.
I wonder how far they got before getting caught.
I don't know if they caught them.
Oh.
They jumped the
What?
fence. Side, expected to be. Oh,
there's a count in the morning.
Holy shit! See this story now.
Ontario police tattoos said to have ties to the grave. I'm just trying to find where they said that they have these guys caught. This is all just history.
Are still investigating the circumstances surrounding the escape. So maybe they haven't.
I don't think they caught them yet, man.
Oh, maybe this is them trying to get the public to assist them.
And this just happened. This is not like a week old story. I found this from like the day before. So I don't know, man. They're two old men. So they're not, I don't think they're out there trying to go murk somebody new. They're just trying to have their freedom. Yeah. But I'm just, the system's messed up right now, bro. I did a story on the jails the other day. The exposing that they did in the Maplehurst.
Yep.
There's on one level, the provincials are being super brutal. And then on the other end, they're super lax when it comes to like the security and the minimum security. So I think our whole system's messed up, bro. I don't know, bro. Just don't do crime, man.
I'm trying to think of the alternative to the current system we have. If we had some type of rehabilitory center, maybe. I don't know, though. But
they're trying to even implement like more internet in prison so that you can like go to school and like actually get a degree and stuff. Because guys are just doing their time and then coming back out, man.
Doing nothing.
Yeah, they maybe get a few skills. Like I've got a forklifting license in jail and stuff like that. That's cool. But like if you can actually do like education, like, you know, get a diploma.
Yeah.
You know, so you make that an option.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But listen, I just wanted to bring that to y'all attention.
Honestly, I don't support what these guys did, but I support the fact that they made the effort. I think it's ballsy to really escape prison.
And when you're coming to the end of your life, you're getting older.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. They probably like, yo, bro, I just need to taste a cheeseburger one last time, bro. Yo, I need to fuck this bitch one last. Like, bro.
Just go get one prosty and just say,
please,
yo,
I need it. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Yeah.
There's probably that's that part where you got to be like, okay.
Mm-hmm. And as people get older, they give less of a fuck. I feel.
Give me until they get caught. These guys are partying in their boxers, just somewhere partying away, getting to see, creeping up on old family. Like, I thought I would never see you again.
Yeah.
Like that type of shit you're doing. You know what I mean?
Grandma, Grappy.
Yo,
but if you're
people you want to see before they go, bro, you probably have cancer. Like, there's certain things that make me be like, yo, I'm getting out of here today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try at least.
I need to know more backstory. I'm gonna go through this article a little bit more, but I feel like, if they had just got to the minimum and then they just bounced right away, like they just got there a few months ago, then it's like they've been waiting for this the whole time.
Yeah.
As soon as I get clearance to minimum, I'm escaping.
Out of here. Canada won't give a shit.
You gotta wait 18 years for this escape plan. It's the long game, bro.
They should just allow them after.
Nah, bro, you can't
They
you can't.
Sets bad precedent.
Yeah,
obviously.
we'll look crazy.
Obviously.
No,
but
like, yeah, you know what?
you're
Go.
80.
Let's let
Let
him
him
go.
go.
No. We have to bring him back. Finish your time. And then
Well, now
whatever.
you're never getting out.
Yeah, you're never. But I don't even know who to salute in this, right? Because I guess we can't be supporting this. But I don't know.
we can.
I rate the
escape.
effort.
kind of support
the
them
effort.
too.
Yeah, family, they escape, bro.
Right? Like
They need that last chicken burger, that last burger.
Peepaw. What did people be calling
Meemaw.
that? Meemaw or Peepaw.
Yeah.
Oh, you're home.
Yeah, bro. You know he has a grandchild he probably wants to see, bro.
Don't put me on the gram.
Yeah. Yo, don't tell nobody
It'd be
I'm
like that
around
K
this.
Money press thing where it's like, yo, you're not gonna post that, right? Like,
I know,
what do you
right?
mean? Of course.
Grandpa's home. No.
Shut the hell up.
But listen, man.
Would you harbor him? Would you harbor him if he was your dad or he was your grandfather? Would you harbor your father or uncle?
If he was my
or your
grandfather,
brother?
yeah.
or something?
I
they
would.
came knocking at the door. You're like, Mama Clyde.
Yeah.
You just get inside quick, bro.
You just
What
called me from
Yeah.
the
Get in. We'll find a way to get you somewhere where nobody can find you.
yeah. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
cool.
But that's me. I'm correct.
You would have called.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, hell no.
No, I would never do that.
I don't call 911 unless there's a crazy person in my house.
Let's say now you let your grandfather in and you do some crazy ass jailbird.
But let's wrap it up for the evening here.
We love hip hop.